WQAM. Oi! Diet drug helps obese study finds. You know, my doctor gave me a prescription for Meridia. You ever hear of Meridia? Gave me a prescription for it, which I didn't fill because he also gave me the literature, which I took home and read, and it said here's like 700 different categories of people who should not take this diet drug. And one of them was anybody who's ever had a stroke or a TIA, which is like a mini stroke. And I thought, well, maybe not, because it does make your blood pressure go up a little bit, few points. But at any rate, it says here in this story today, more than 90% of seriously obese patients lost at least 5% of their body weight while taking the diet drug Meridia in the first 6 months of an ongoing European study, and 54% lost at least 10% of their body weight. Well, 10% of your body weight, if you weigh like 200 pounds, that's 20 pounds in 6 months. I mean, that's not bad. But is that great? Is that worth, like, jeopardizing your health and your heart, like all those people that were taking a Fen-Phen, which was the big thing there for, oh, man, everybody and their brother was on that Fen-Phen. There were, like, veterinarians were peddling Fen-Phen to people. Anybody who was, like, any kind of a doctor was peddling Fen-Phen and writing prescriptions. And then all of a sudden, oh, guess what? People are dying like flies, and their heart valves are going and all kinds of other stuff, and people are, like, wigging out from Fen-Phen. So, you know, if this were something that, like, in about 2 weeks you could lose about 40 pounds, that sounds real good to me. But other than that, I'll pass, okay? In fact, anybody else want this prescription for Meridia, I'll sell it to you. Hey, listen, you got to raise some money somehow. The Dow's down 87 points already, and it's only 10:15, which means it's come down about 220 points since it was up 135 at about 9 and 25 minutes. Absolutely unbelievable. And you people aren't worried about it out there, the people with no money at all. There's a good lesson for all you young people out there. This stock market, man, is the biggest scam, and all these people that they got on here on TV, these talking heads, they're just a bunch of shysters. They haven't got any idea. They don't know your ass from their elbow. That's what that's all about. I mean, they're very entertaining on CNBC. I have a lot of respect for these people. They work 12, 15 hours a day. I've never seen anything like it in my life. But they have got no clue, and all these experts that they bring on have got less of a clue. And what's that broad, Ann Cohen, Schwartz, Johnson, whatever her name is, from Goldman Sachs that they keep quoting every day, huh?
I wrote it down.
Abby Johnson Cohen, something like that. Abby Schwartz, Weinstein Cohen. That's her name. Yeah, she's hawking at China. Oh, yeah, we still see 9,300, 10,000 by the end of the year. Yeah, I'm seeing stars in my eyes, okay, Abby, you phony bitch. NFL, the police, they've concluded their investigation into a topless dancer's sexual assault accusation against Dallas Cowboys lineman Larry Allen on Monday without filing any charges. We are suspending our investigation, Dallas Police Sergeant Jim Chandler said. We're not filing charges against him or the woman. We're not going to make a grand jury referral. But he stressed that while the investigation has concluded, Allen has not been entirely cleared, what does that mean? What does that mean? It is not likely that it'll be reopened, but we're reserving that as a possibility in the future, Chandler said. The woman said last week that Allen forced her to have sex at knife point August 24th in the parking lot of King's Cabaret Club. And, of course, Jerry Jones said, but like he always says. And how much of a check do I have to write to end this one? And that just continues on and on with all your great heroes out there. Big non-story again in our page. See, one of the problems we got is that, like in this town, nothing is happening. So people keep writing stories in the papers, especially the sports pages, a non-story. This one even says it's a non-story. By Michael Rousseau in the Sun Sentinel this morning on Potvin Panthers deal. No news and none knows. Right. Same old crap. They just, different pictures, different song and a dance. Now they got to check out Niedermeyer, see if he's really a pussy, if his health is okay, if he's going to be able to play. I'm going to tell you, if the Leafs are willing to take Rob Niedermeyer, they need brain surgery up there in Toronto. They need mental help. We've known that for a long time. The Ghost of Harold Ballard must be making a comeback. So there's another non-story. And, of course, the sale of the Marlins, which was imminent like almost any single day. Don Smiley, John Henry. What was that? Joe Kubas. Is anything happening with that yet?
No.
So it just continues dragging, and nothing's going on here. Except we do have Mark McGwire. He's in a tremendous home runs and batting practice. It's great. He's brought a lot of excitement. But like I said, to me, he's boring. He's a boring guy. Oh, but he's hitting those tape measure. You know something? He's still boring. And if I had to choose, I mean, like I hope they both hit like 65 would be great. It's great for the game. We need something to be excited about because the Dow's down 114 and the Nasdaq's down 16. And it could be another gigantic, horrendous day. We could have a worldwide depression. So let's at least watch some ball games, huh? Those guys are only making $7-8 million a year. They got a lot to worry about. Here's Miramar. Hello.
Hey, Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Hey,
Broke. $50?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance. I called yesterday, but I couldn't hold. I had to take another call. I wanted to call and thank you for Rod Stewart tickets. Ended up sending my wife, and I went to a card game.
Good for you.
Yeah, she enjoyed it.
Yeah, who'd you go with, her boyfriend?
Her girlfriend.
Yeah, likely story. Yeah, we believe it.
And McGwire's story, until they find he's doing something, doing some drugs or whatever that's making him hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball or a 80-mile-an-hour curve or a changeup, he can get as big as he wants. I could care less.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, no, that drug thing, I mean, nobody's even talking about that anymore.
No, I know, but...
Although this one guy, the NFL suspended Paul Wiggins for 4 games for taking that Andrew, because he bought it at a health food store in Eugene, Oregon, didn't realize it was banned by the NFL.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why it is banned by the NFL, because it's just a food supplement.
Most of those players don't know the rules anyway.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, thank you,
Thanks,
sir,
Neil.
and have a great life. And I'm glad your wife enjoyed it anyway. Okay, we have 2 open lines in Broward, 1 in Dade. 5670560, pound 560 on the, whatever it is, mobile 1 line. Anybody else out there who couldn't care less about the Marlins or about baseball in general? Are they whipped up into a frenzy? Are they showing some interest because of this thing with a home run chase? I think it's great. It's something. In an otherwise boring terminal, one of the worst summers in the history of anybody's life in recent memory. It's at least something. And let me tell you one other thing while I'm at it, while my yarmulke's falling off my head. Since we were talking about the sports bar with a microphone, you sports gamblers out there, you know something? Far be it from me. If that's how you want to spend your money, probably more fun than investing it in the market. It's probably a lot more profitable these days, too. But it's the death knell of this station and any sports talk radio station. Sports, and you know something? I hear almost none of it anywhere else. But you sports gamblers out there, as soon as I hear somebody call any show, who do you like in that? Who do you like in the kickoff class? Click. I mean, I'm going to tell you, either the button goes to another station in the off position, or the CD goes popping in there. Immediately, it is terminal. That would be like my bringing in the program from Pompano Park Thursday morning and going down every race here and reading, who won the race, what did it pay, what was the time, what did I have. Terminally boring, you sports gamblers out there. In fact, maybe we ought to start doing some giveaways to GA. That would be a tremendous service of your sports station, WQAM, to send a lot of you people to GA. Because, number one, it might help you with your gambling problem, and number two, it might get your calls off the air. Terminal. Oh, here's Greg Reed, got George's bonus here today. Does he have it today? Why, I don't understand this. Why is this man laughing? Have you ever seen that thing, Why is this man laughing? Why is this man laughing unless he's just hosing you, okay? I mean, he's been hosing people ever since long before I knew him. I'm sure that's the story I hear. But why, unless it's a hose job, what is he laughing about? If it were a serious matter, he'd say, oh, gee, I'm taking care of that. And, of course, you'd say, oh, yeah, sure. Likely story.
I will not give it to you.
Right, exactly. That's what he's thinking right now. We don't have you didn't get that in writing. Unless you get everything in writing with these people, they won't do it for love and especially for money. Forget about the love part because there is no love.
Loan me $50.
No chance. That's the Beasley way, baby. That's what it's all about. And so they do the tap dance, bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop. 10:32 at 560 WQAM. So anyway, we had a 1 share at 10:30 last night. Oh! How come we had a 0 share at 9:30? Because everybody was watching a Marlin game and Mark McGwire. Did you notice last night, by the way, if you were there or you watched the game? Well, if you were there, you're one of those leaving. After his last at-bat in the top of the 9th inning and struck out again, Mark McGwire, isn't going to be up again because obviously the Marlins aren't going to be making a comeback. Plus, it's late, 10 o'clock at night. Everybody got to go home, sleep in this town. So everybody and their brother is pouring out of there at that point. It was great, which you'd expect, and I'm not blaming anybody for doing that because they didn't go there to see the game. They went there to see Big Mac. That's what they went there to see. And as soon as his last at-bat is over, he gets called out on strikes. See ya, they're all gone. Unbelievable. We have an open line in Dade, 2 in Broward, 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile 1 line. Hank will be with you live from the Sporting Brews at 2 o'clock. And then we got Donnie B. Donnie B's going to do condom talk at 6 o'clock tonight. We have what?
That tape, by the way, over at the station.
Do we have that?
Yes.
Can we hear it?
Joe.
Oh, we'd love to hear that, Joe.
You and Derek Lee have definitely been, teaming up for a very nice 1-2 power condom. It's really working.
1-2 1-2 power condom. Anybody got a power condom? Oh!
Apparently,
Yes.
he didn't know whether to say combo or tandem, and it came out.
Combo and tandem. You put them together, and you got a big fat condom there, baby. Here's Miami. Hello. Okay. Oh, this is going to be just like yesterday all over again. In other words, the cats got their tongue again today. I thought we got that out of our system yesterday. 2 open lines in Dade, 2 in Broward. We got Big Mac going on here in town. We got all the excitement that anybody could want, and then some. And I asked them, I guess they're answering my question. Do we care about this?
No.
Anybody that's not like a baseball or a sports fan and never cared about it before, do they care?
No.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the answer. And 2 open lines in Broward, 567-0560 and pound 560 on the mobile 1 line. Beautiful. Anybody care about the market? It's up 54 points now, by the way. The Dow, Nasdaq's making a little comeback. It's up and down. It's all over the place. It's enough to give you a St. Vitus stance and Green Apple quick step. Do they care about that?
No.
Here's a mobile in Cooper City. Hello.
Morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Okay.
I went to the game last night only because Mac was there.
Right.
Tickets were free. But if that tickets were free for any other team, I wouldn't have went anyways. But I seen them lift a couple out of the Sky Dome. Neil, I got back from Toronto. I was up there for 3 weeks, and I was reading the Sun every day there, and that's what the deal was, that they're talking about pot ban for Niedermeyer almost puked. I can't believe the Leafs would do something
okay,
like
well,
that.
listen, have a great day, pal. Okay, we got one call on the board again. Here, I thought that yesterday was going to be the day, just like the market. I thought we'd get it out of our system like a regurgitation, and these people got nothing to say about any of this. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile 1 line. Maybe it's not only all my cash that's floating before my eyes. Maybe it's my whole livelihood, too, the same thing. Because this town just dried up like a gigantic prune. Here's our last call of the day. Miami, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir?
First of all, it's my birthday.
Okay, great.
Finally old enough to be president.
Yeah.
Neil, the reason I'm calling is it's kind of an old spy report, I guess. I don't know. But this is the thing. I'm not a perv or anything, but I collect old Playboys.
Yeah.
And I'm reading Playboy from 1975, and it has the pigskin preview, I don't know, whatever. I don't know, with the college players, their picks on who's the best college players or whatever. And there is a guy in there named Kim Rokamp, with an R, from Michigan State. I know I'm not a jock sniffer. I know you're not the sports guy or anything, but is this the same Kim Rokamp? Did he change his name? Could be the same guy?
No, it is not.
It's a totally different guy.
Yes.
Was that guy? So, in other words, this guy Rokamp just happens that he's from the same era and has such a similar name?
Meaning what?
No, I'm just curious. I just think it's quite a coincidence.
In other words, you find that there are like 3 or 4 letters that are different and missing, and that therefore it's close enough and it's a match?
Well, there's 2 letters that are different. That's all.
Yeah.
Same first name,
no
Kim?
chance. Let me say it again. No.
Oh, okay. Well, Neil?
Have a great day. Okay, we have 2 open lines in Dayton, all of Broward, 56705. This is just like a whole new episode in my life here. Just when you expect that you have some idea what's going on, like I've told you for 22 and a half years, all of a sudden they're all on the phone with their brokers. That must be it. The Dow's up 86, excuse me. It's up and down. It's all over the guy. It's up and down more than Kathy Willits. And this audience, man, they're down. They're on the outs. They got nothing to say. We got all this big excitement going on in town. Finally, something going on here. Do they have anything to say on this show about it?
No.
They call in I'm listening to Hank yesterday driving home. He's talking about McGwire, about Sosa, about this, about that. First goddamn call. Hey, who do you like in the kickoff classic tonight? Oh, my God. I just wanted to kill myself. Just wanted to Oh, you think the Dolphins can cover the 3.5 on Sunday? I mean, professional gamblers. That's all we got, man. That's all we got left. Terrifying. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I saw your TV show last night after the game. I got to tell you something, man. You are funny looking. You look like a pimple on my butt.
Great. Thank you. You must have a lot of them, evidently. I'd like to see a pimple on your butt. Okay, send us a picture, pal. Okay, we got 2 open lines in Broward, all of Dade. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile 1 line. Excellent start to the week. 22 before 11 at 560 QM. If you're looking
60 QAM. Hey, Neil. F*** you.
America, but he's boring. You know what I'm saying? At 16 before 11 at 560 WQM. We have Howard 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile 1 line. Here's a lady on a payphone in Miami. Hello. And she's gone. Well, thank you so much for waiting. Maybe her quarters ran out. Oh, don't start that again. Here's a mobile in Miami Lakes. Hello.
How's it going, Neil?
Okay, sir.
Hey, I heard that little Urkel-like punk say something that actually made sense this morning.
Yeah.
He said that Sosa's having a great home run year, but McGwire's a great home run hitter and deserves all the attention. It shouldn't be focused on Sosa.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Sure it does.
No, it does not.
Sosa's getting lucky and having a halfway decent
No, Sosa's
year.
not getting lucky. Sosa's a lot younger than McGwire, number one.
How many home runs did he hit last year?
What has that got to do with it?
Well, he's having a lucky year.
Let me ask you that. How many is he going to hit next year? Maybe he's going to hit 78 next year. How the hell do you know?
Yeah, but how many years has McGwire hit 50?
This is the third.
Exactly, in a row.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call that luck.
Did I call it luck? Sir, what are you talking about? Have you lost it? Did you lose all your money in the market overnight?
No, not all of it.
You probably don't have any. What an idiot. I never said McGwire was lucky. I said he hit 58 last year, and that's why everybody expects him to be the one to do it, because he's the home run hitter. But Sosa's a better ball player. He's exciting. Ken Griffey Jr. is exciting. Juan Gonzalez is exciting. He had 7 RBIs last night. He's got 143 goddamn RBIs with a month to go. Those are exciting ball players, okay? And like I said, I hope they both do it, but please don't try to tell me that McGwire deserves more publicity than Sammy Sosa. But anyway. Yeah, that's right. You and Geldy, maybe you can elope, pal. I wish you all the best in the world. 2 open lines in Dade, 567-0560, pound 560 on the Mobile 1 line. Here's Weston. Hello. Weston.
Oh, hello. Hi,
yes,
Neil.
sir.
First of all, I agree with you on Sammy Sosa. He's twice more exciting than Mark McGwire.
He's a great athlete. He's an exciting ball player. He's exciting to watch.
Right. And secondly, did you watch your 9:30 show last night?
No, I did not. I was watching the baseball game like everybody else.
Well, believe it or not, I watched the show last night, the 9:30 show.
You must be the one, because we had a big at 9:30.
And Jeff Cohen came and delivered...
I did see that part, yeah. In between innings, I flipped over and I saw Jeff Cohen's back blocking the camera. And I saw the very end of it when I threw all the crap in the wastebasket. That was great. Thank God they put that in there. Nice going, guys. That was great.
And one other thing, on the Ben & Jerry's fish food ice cream.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, did you ever try Dastardly Mash?
No.
It's a...
sir, please, with all due respect, I don't want to hear about any new ice cream flavors. I don't want George ordering me secret meals like he did here yesterday. I was so psychotic when I left here yesterday, I wanted to kill somebody.
Hey, Neil, in closing, can I call somebody a douchebag?
Go ahead.
Marcus from Edie's Ice Cream.
You're right. You're right about that. Anyway, I leave here yesterday. First of all, I go down to my car. I had my oil changed in my red Vet yesterday, okay? Now, last time I had the oil changed in my red Vet, remember what happened? I'm driving home, and all these high inflation lights come on my computer in the car because they'd overinflated the tires, and I go home and check, and 47 pounds in the tires. And I said, George, I'm not going to mention who changed the oil, okay? I don't want to mention any names. I said to George yesterday when he called for me, I told him to ask if they could change the oil. 30 pounds in the tires. That's what it says in the manual. That's the correct pressure for those tires, okay? 30 pounds. I know. I've got 2 of them. Believe me, that's the right pressure. Guy brings me back the car yesterday. I pay him, and we're going out to the car. First of all, Fat Boy Jeff High is out there at the car. I was already ready to kill somebody. In fact, something, I blew it. That's who I should have nailed right there, Jeff High. Hey, Pally. Anybody that says Pally, is a real major asshole, okay? Hey, Pally. It's like people that say things out of a comic book, like boo-hoo. Did you ever hear anybody say boo-hoo? No, people don't say boo-hoo. It's something out of a comic strip. Just like people don't say, hey, Pally. So Jeff High's out there, so he must be looking for a goddamn job or something again. Although I don't want the people back at Clear Channel to find out he was over here sucking around for work, evidently. So then the guy from the place tells me, we put 40 pounds in the tires because, the sidewall says maximum pressure, PSI 44. And at that point, I wanted to sit down on the curb out there and just start crying. I said, but George told the guy before they picked up the car, 30 pounds. Well, we go by what it says on the tire, even though the customer says this is right and the manual says this is right. So, he said, okay, if you want to stop by on the way home, we'll straighten it out for you. So first of all, I was too pissed off, number one, to stop by. And number two, I figured, okay, because he's telling me, well, a lot of people like it this way, like you've got a choice. Like it makes no difference what it says in the manual. If you want to stick 40 pounds of pressure in there, go right ahead. Like all the punks with their big oversized tires, like I'm going to be 10 years old again. So I'm driving home about a third of the way up the turnpike, and guess what? Here comes the computer. High inflation front left. High inflation front right. They're like being a boom all over the goddamn place. So I had to go home and diddle around and get the pressure out of there and get it back to 30 where it belonged. So other than that, why cannot people communicate in this town? Can't you speak? They speak perfect English in that joint. 30 pounds of pressure. In fact, if you do me a favor, just change the oil and do whatever goes along with it and check the, the fluid, the this. That's all. Thank you. Leave my effing tires alone, please. Please, those tires only cost like $400 or $500 a pop. Just leave them alone, please. I'll take care of the pressure. I check it like all the time, constantly, and there's like an automatic pressure thing on there anyway on the computer that tells you how much pressure is in the tire. So please, no more 50 pounds, no more truck tires on my Corvette, please. So where do you think I'm going to get the oil change next time, George? Okay, here's she's back, the lady on the payphone, and I'm hawking a China. Hello?
Hi, good morning, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just calling to let you know that the Whites are listening. I'm from Michigan, been out here 10 years, and I'm a loyal listener.
Well,
I love your show. I'm smiling ear to ear. These people think I must be playing with myself in the car here. I love your show. Keep up the good news.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye. Well, that was nice. She actually spent a couple of quarters. Well, she won't need them later. We have an open line in Dayton, 2 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile 1 line. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I hear WQAM made a bid to buy Russia. I'm promised to pay by check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeltsin says, show me the money.
I could buy Russia right now. I could cover it with my own check. Easy.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you hear, like yesterday, Bill Gates lost
$4 billion. And you know something? I'm really crying for him. I'm really upset about that.
Isn't that something? You know, he can lose all this money and he still has like $50 billion left, you know?
Just breaks my heart.
I mean, we have to translate our money into like cents. Like, I lost 100,000 pennies or something, to feel important. Let
me say it again. If I could tell you how much I've lost on paper in the last 6 weeks, we'd both go out in the street and blow somebody's brains out.
I know. I just called my, FDRA, whatever it's called, the thrift savings plan for retirement.
Yeah.
And the last figures they have are as of July 31st, so they won't, give the new figures until September 11th or so.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really don't know what the hell, how much money I got left there, but, I don't want to get out now.
To go out there and get a lot of ammunition and canned goods.
Yeah, I don't want to get out now because, my retirement is like 8 years away.
Don't worry about it.
I figure I can hold on.
Just like Monica says, what goes up must come down. Or the other way around. Have a great day, pal. Good luck to you. Good luck to us all. Like Tiny Tim said, 2 open lines in Dade and 2 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile 1 line. The Dow's up 51, the Nasdaq's down 3. It's just hovering. Now is not the time to even really pay any attention. The time to pay attention is like after about 2:30. In fact, I think they wait till I get home. Yeah, they have like a spy in my corner. Oh, he's home now. Okay, now let's go ape shot, okay? Because that's what they did yesterday. I'm sitting there very leisurely, drinking my diet soda, looking at the TV screen, trying to digest that meal that I didn't want. And all of a sudden it's down 240, and it's down 260, and it's dropping 300 and 350. And I'm just sitting there like frozen in suspended animation. Like, what the hell are you going to do? Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes.
I hope that guy in the lakes, Miami Lakes, is still listening. He's a real moron.
He is.
Sammy, last year, break time, had 40 home run, and he had his arm was broken, but somebody hit him in a pitch.
Right.
So he really doesn't know what he's talking about. The guy had 40 homers last year.
And Sammy Sosa is younger than Mark McGwire. He may become one of the most prodigious home run hitters. Who the hell knows? What difference does it make how many somebody hit last year?
Exactly. But by the way, he got 40 anyhow. And the reason
that's like saying, well, Roger Maris had 61 at one time, but they never hit more than 39 in any other season. Well, what the hell difference does it make? Does that diminish the record in any other way?
And the reason he didn't go over 50 is because his arm was broken.
Yeah.
By the way, Neil, I know you go to Italy a lot. I just came back from Barbaro Beach, the Dominican Republic. I met somebody from Italy there. They were telling me there's a place out there called Ischia and the Capri. It's similar to the Ischia.
Yeah.
Similar to the Caribbean. Have you ever been there?
No.
It's beautiful.
But I'm going to Yisker right now, as a matter of fact. I'm going to say Kaddish or something for my bank account. Have a great day, pal.
Take care.
Arrivederci. Okay, we got one call on the board. This is not shocking. This is typical. 2 open lines in Dayton, all of Broward wide open. Okay, if you don't care about Mark McGwire, you don't care about the goddamn stock market, you don't care about any other goddamn thing that's going on. Is anybody in this audience taking Meridia?
No.
Can they tell us anything about that? No. Well, what is with these people? What do they know besides, what do you got for free? 56705. You know something, what I'm going to do? I'm not going to fight it. Today is the day, baby. I'm just going to clean out those accounts, whatever I got left. I'm going to hop on a plane. It's been nice knowing you. What are you laughing about? I mean, this is a radio show that a guy sits here and throws out 50 billion, 200,000 things, and these goddamn people sit like that. This is Miami. This is South Florida. If you're visiting here, by the way, I have one question for you. Why? What in God's name? What could you have possibly been thinking about to come here? This is the end of the goddamn universe here. Open line and Dave, 2 in Broward. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to do a goddamn thing until we start motivating these goddamn assholes out there, okay? The sky's not falling. The Dow's up 80 points. Joe Kernan's sitting there looking. He's amusing. I like Joe Kernan. He's a funny guy. He don't know his ass from his elbow any more than the rest of them, but at least he's entertaining. He's entertaining. That's all we can expect is entertainment. So what the hell if the world is going into hell in a handbasket and Bubba's over there talking to the goddamn Russian college students and they're sitting there, what's he saying? Those Vidania? They don't know what the hell he's talking about, which I guess makes 2 of them. Here's a mobile in the Gables. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm downtown right now. I'm getting on a bad cell. I want to thank you. About 2 years ago when you were on the Atkins diet,
yeah.
Even though you may have not allowed us all the weight, you did, but you gave me inspiration. I lost 40 pounds, and it's been 2 years, and I've kept it off. Oh!
Thank God that I saved. See how many lives I saved out there?
I gained 3 on fish food, though.
Huh?
I gained 3 on fish food.
That's all right.
I haven't eaten anything anymore, though.
You just take a good, you'll lose it in no time.
Listen, I want to talk about Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. The reason people like talking about Mark McGwire is that last year he did have a good season, but Sammy Sosa was injured part of the season last year.
That's what the guy just said, right.
But Sammy Sosa is a way more exciting player, so Ken Griffey is a way more exciting defensive player.
Not just defensive. Ken Griffey, even though he's got 48 instead of 55, but is 10 times more exciting player than Mark McGwire.
Definitely. Mark McGwire is just a big lug with huge arms, and he can just hit out. It looks like a toothpick in his hands, the bat.
Right.
In his hands. But remember when he was in Oakland, he was the third hitter. He wasn't the fourth hitter. He wasn't the cleanup hitter. It was Jose Canseco.
Right.
Jose Canseco was, I guess, the guy who turned him on to steroids or something.
There you go. Now we got to the bottom of it. That's right. Jose knows where the good crap is.
He knows where the good stuff is.
Okay, go find a good cell, pal.
All right.
And have a great day. He's got a bad cell. Anybody out there in a bad cell? We have an open line in Dave 2 in Broward, 5670560. We got the deadest goddamn audience in the history of mankind on this show. Deader than a doornail. The Dow's up 79. The Nasdaq's back in a plus. It's up 5 points. What do you want from me, okay? I'm pushing for it. I'm pulling. I'm squeezing. I'm doing everything in my power. I got people in the other room buying stock like crazy with bad checks from unsigned checks. Unsigned checks from Whammy and bad checks from Beasley Reed, okay? But at least it looks good on the thing up there anyway. It's all psychological. See, it's all in your mind. Like yesterday, they were saying at the end, oh, well, there's panic down here. Of course there's panic, for Christ's sakes. People are peeing in their pantaloonies. I mean, it's money. It's all we got. We should have been sticking it under the mattress. We should have stuck it in the goddamn bank somewhere. And they've been conning us into this gambling game. And let me tell you again, chronic gambling is for maniacs, for losers. I'm so sick and tired of hearing all these gamblers hocking me a China about how they won this and they had a good... Like I told you before, chronic, compulsive, sick gamblers will never tell you about their losings, only about their winnings. And believe you me, almost every single one of them, with very few exceptions, in the long run, lose their ass. Okay, I feel better now. 1057 at 560 QAM.
You were talking about Juan Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Is he great or what?
Is he sensational? And talk about a guy that gets no publicity. I mean, none. Zippity-doo-dah, zero. If you went out on the street in this town and asked people who Juan Gonzalez was, they'd tell you he's some idiot that lives in Hialeah.
The most phenomenal player there is. I'm telling you. I've watched him for a while. Well, he's
great.
Since he was
7 RBIs last night.
Yeah, 7 RBIs, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. What more do you want?
Maybe a couple more homers.
Well, you left Nomar Garcia-Perez, too, when you're talking about
Forget that. Forget about it. Listen, I don't want to talk about all these marginal people, okay? If you're
marginal?
Talking... Yeah.
Nomar's great, Neil.
Like I said, marginal. Okay, call the sports shows. Get out of here. I'm not doing a sports show. I'm talking about a phenomenon that's become a part of American culture, which George is very upset about, by the way. Too bad. Let's see. Let's hear your good topics for today, George.
For today?
Yeah.
I think what you were talking about off the air was way better than any
about what?
baseball thing. About this town and how they're more troglodytes.
But I've already said that a million times, okay? There's no point in repeating the obvious. There's no point in making these people suffer any more than they have to because we all happen to be here. They know it. We have an open line. How many people do you think are really here voluntarily? 6? In other words, if they had an option, if all of a sudden they opened up their bank account tomorrow morning, there was like $10 million in cash somebody stuck in there, the money fairy stuck it in there, how many people do you think would stick around? 5? 4? Any hands? Anybody stick around here? I don't see any hands in this. How about out in the other room? Any hands going up? Huh? 1. Who is it? Who was it?
Ron.
Oh, Ron. Well, yeah, well, Ron, he's got problems. Okay, we have an open line in Broward, 567-0560. He's not staying here. If he had the money, boy, he'd disappear. They wouldn't find him at all. He'd be the first one gone. Here's Miami Shores. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
In the last 2 days has proven that if a nuclear bomb can hit this town,
yes,
first call, 2 a.m. Are the Dolphins going to win the Super Bowl this year?
No, the first call would be, what do you think of the kickoff play tonight, Hank? Seriously, when I heard that yesterday, I was so depressed. I mean, if you're going to listen to a sports show, what's going on in this town? Is there any hockey going on? No. The NBA, is there any? No, they're on strike. Is there anything going on? I mean, the Dolphins haven't played one real game yet. The one thing going on is over at the stadium. You got 36,000 people in there for a meaningless game, and here's some asshole calling up wanting to know who does somebody like. In other words, who they should bet on in a goddamn ball game.
It's a one-horse town. I've been here
God, is
years.
it unbelievable?
It's a one-horse town, and it always will be. As far as the market goes, Friday I got a call. This is what they're doing now. Friday I got a call from Prudential Beige.
Yeah.
Basically, the woman said, did you see what the market's doing? I said, I just got off the Internet. I'm sweating like a pig. Of course I see what's going on. I'm losing money.
Yeah.
She goes, how can a China about, well, you should put your money to this. So I asked her, I said, how'd you get my number? She goes, well, I got you off a list of perceptive, affluent buyers.
Right.
So
off a list.
So I said, yeah, I'm affluent.
Off a list of potential suicides, right.
I got a couple of nickels like, a few other people, and the bottom line is I'm losing, a few thousand so far. And all the experts say, stay the course, stay with it. Now you can't sell. Now you can't get out because you stayed in this long.
That's right.
So the bottom line is, in closing, my dry cleaners said it best. Sometimes you get advice from the strangest people. He said the market's not for small people like us. The big people manipulate it. They make money. They lose money. But the small guys like you and me, we get hurt. I think he's right. 5, 6 years ago, or 10 years ago, you put your money in CDs. You made your 6%. You were happy.
Yeah.
You didn't sweat. Now I'm sweating like a pig. And the market, what is it doing now?
It's up 87, and the Nasdaq's up almost 12. Oh, thank God.
Let's hope it keeps going.
Okay, good luck, this is Agazun. Okay, there's a guy. Thank God I finally heard from somebody else because misery loves company. And I know nobody gives a crap because I'm making a few bucks. I'm not going to starve to death. But it's retirement money. It's money you save for years and years and years with one thing in mind, like finally I can stop every day of my life coming in and begging people to talk to me. That's what I get paid to do. I don't get paid to come in and entertain or talk to people. I come in to get paid. I get paid to beg people to speak about anything they want. That's Miami for you, baby. The deadest goddamn place on the face of the earth. And I don't even blame these people, to be honest with you. Because is there anything going on here now? No. Mark McGwire coming to town is the most important, exciting. There's a goddamn election today. Does anybody, including me, care about it?
No.
No, because we're just totally turned off to that crap. We got the best crooked politicians that money can buy in this town. Nobody with a brain gives a crap. There aren't going to be 5% of the people that go out and vote. Oh, that's why you're not getting a lot of calls. They're all out voting. They're all out voting. Yeah, right. Give me a frickin' break. Man, oh man, there's Chevette. And what did I say years ago? 20 years ago, I said, this place is just a fraction of what it could be. And then they put a bunch of pink and lemon and lime buildings down there on South Beach and got a bunch of drug addicts and fags down there. And they really and a few people, big name people, Madonna hangs out and this one and that one. And they really think that they put us on a map. They think that they've made this into like a tropical paradise. Here's Miami. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Got anything for free today?
Yeah. Dial tone. We have an open line in Dade. Well, it didn't cost them a penny. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Asshole. It's 11:08 at 560 QM. If you need to down, that's one good thing. See, there's a silver lining in every casket. It's 11:13 at 560 WQAM. Don't forget, Hank's going to be live at Sporting Brews today from 2 to 6. Anything to get out of that rat-infested joint. And then we got Donnie B. Donnie B for another penetrating interview tonight from 6 to 6:30 before the pregame show. I'm going to tell you who's doing a hell of a good job, by the way, since I get accused of knocking everybody, and that's Boog Shambi. Now, when it comes to doing a talk show, no, that's not his deal, okay? And, of course, he got saddled with Christina Moore. Not his deal. But as far as the pregame show and the interviews and his play-by-play and his stuff, Boog Shambi is great, which I was never all that keen on him because my first exposure with him, if you pardon that expression, was with Christina Moore on that talk show. Not a talk show guy, but great on the ball games and the stuff that he's doing. Nice going, Boogster, even with the orange hair. So, see, when somebody does a good job, I'll be the first one to come on and tell you. And if somebody don't belong on the air, like Geldy, I'll be the first one to tell you, and the second one, and the third one, and over again. You know what I mean? That's right. Now, what is that call in Florence, Oregon? Can that be for real? Hello?
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
You're in Florence?
Florence, Oregon.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I got the hell out of Miami a couple of years ago.
Yeah? Congratulations, sir. I have no idea about Florence, Oregon, but it's got to be a big improvement.
Beautiful. Come on out and visit. We need a guy like you out here.
I'll bet,
talent.
yeah.
Just want to say, love listening to your show, especially 3,000 miles away.
Right. And, thank God for that internet, right?
That's right. It works well for me.
Okay, pal. Well, listen,
Keep in touch with you in Miami.
Have a great life.
You too.
And believe me, you ought to be 10 times as happy you left here. It's a lot worse now.
Oh, I know it is. My mother still lives down there. I'm trying to get her out of there.
Good luck, pal.
Take care.
See ya. Okay, we have two open lines in date. He's from Florence, Oregon. How do you like that? They like the show up there in Oregon. The people on the internet who are listening around the country, the people who live here, they're not too crazy about me because they know me better than the people in Oregon. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Yeah, we saw you. Oh, and by the way, that Looney Tune schmata, that's got to go. You see that last night on the 10:30 show? It looked like I had, I don't know what that looked like. I had underwear on my head or something.
It's pretty big, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got news. I'll give it to Joe Rose. It might cover his head. Let's go to a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
Who rates your promos? I'm looking all over for Ed Kaplan. I can't find them.
Yeah.
Boy, they got to change that, Neil. It's getting, as you say, ponderous.
Why? What did it say?
Where do you find Ed Kaplan? Where do you find Hank Goldberg?
Where do you find Ed Kaplan? You find him at the track.
Exactly.
Where do you find Hank Goldberg? At the track.
But then in the middle of your show, where do you find Neil Rogers?
Yeah, you're right. Pretty weak.
Really weak.
Wouldn't it be nice if they told you what time? See, now you're getting picky with the Bluff Lindsay, who he's lucky to even be able to find his way to work every day.
Yeah, you're right. I'm out of material.
Okay, thank you. Okay, two open lines in Dade, one in Broward, 567-0560. Yeah, you, hey, Cliff, you and that Mark Kotze, you become quite a 1-2 condom. It was the epitome of WQAM. If I'm embarrassed to say that to you, but hey, I have no shame. I mean, I'm working here. That's the epitome of this station. Little kids on air. It's like tryouts for little kids. And Donnie, he's trying like crazy, and he's, someday maybe he'll be on the air, maybe not. Maybe he'll wise up and get a real job where he gets paid. But a 1-2 condom, I mean, what are we talking about here, boys and girls? And that's our idea of, penetrating, exciting radio here. Just get the spots on. Stop belly aching already. Nobody wants to hear about it. It's too hot. The market's in the crapper. Nobody wants to hear about this. Just bring the spots on, please. Here's Miami. Hello.
Talking about phenomena. How about the Rocket, man? He's doing it in Toronto. He's, I believe it's kind of 3 straight shutouts, and, he's got like 17 wins.
Yeah.
He's probably on his way to another Cy Young.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you. Get a new phone. Okay, we're not talking baseball here today. We're talking about the phenomenon of the Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. I'm not turning this into a sports show, okay? I don't care about the Rocket. Screw the Rocket. How about Rocket Richard? How's he doing? How about the Pocket Rocket? Dade County's wide open. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Hey, what do you think about the Kickoff Classic? How about those Seminoles? Oh, God. And you know something? That's a real sickness here in Florida, more so than any other state in the world. Is college football. Is like a mental illness in this state. It's either Hurricanes, Gators, Seminoles, and it's like you have to be obsessed with that for like 6 months out of the year. Do I give a crap about any of it?
No.
Not in the least bit. In fact, hey, I was hoping that Texas A&M, and I don't even know who the hell, anything about Texas A&M. I watched about 5 minutes of that game last night. I thought this would really piss Bobby Bowden. When they were down 14-10 there in the third quarter, I'm thinking to myself, boy, would this serve that Bobby Bowden right for preempting our show on Sunday night. On Whammy. I mean, what is that all about? Colleges that have to have winning football teams, and they got the best program. What does that mean? You know what it means? That's all it means is rhymes with mean green. That's what it means. All about big money. It's got nothing to do with anything. Does it mean anybody learned anything there?
No.
No. Does it mean it's a great institution of...
No.
No. Dade County, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Margate. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi. I'm calling from Margate. Just wanted to call and tell you I really enjoy your show, and I do watch your show on Whammy every night. I'm one of those rare people that you don't think that watches it, but I do. Just wanted to call off the subject of sports, talk about South Florida. I'm pretty disgusted with it, too, in particular the school system. My son just started kindergarten yesterday, and his first day of going to lunch, they give a half an hour for lunch. The kid got his lunch. By the time he got off the line to sit down and eat, he had like a minute to eat, got one bite of his sandwich, and had to go back to class. In the school, they're only supposed to have 800 kids. They now have over 1,200 kids registered for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen on promo that Buddy McKay, that's just trying to run for governor, is saying that he's going to clean up the lottery scam that's, caused all the problems with the schools and education. But isn't he the person that's in office right now that this whole scam has gone through all this time, and him and Childs have done nothing for it?
Yeah.
I just, want to know your thoughts about the whole thing. And,
I think they're both paying you a lot of lip service, and as long as the old farts have the power, like in Broward County, nothing's going to really happen.
That's another thing. That's the one thing I'm
because the old farts are selfish and obnoxious. They don't want to pay one dime to educate anybody else's kids, including yours, and that's why it's a very low priority.
But I mean,
because the demographics in this town are all screwed up, and especially in Broward. Broward is, something I was saying to somebody yesterday, driving around, Broward County, instead of getting younger, to me, I don't care what they tell us with the Census Bureau, Broward County is so old, the average age there must be like death less one day. I mean, it's unbelievable.
So what's the answer? I mean, Jeb Bush, I don't think is the answer either.
Politically, there is no answer. The answer is, if you can afford a private school, that's the answer, and if not, do the best you can.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Good luck, pal. Okay. We have two open lines. Hey, but we got good football programs there at Miami High. There you go. We got good athletic programs. Two open lines in Dade, one in Broward. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. The Dow is up 129 points. NASDAQ's up 28 points, but don't get too excited. It's only 11:20 in the morning. At least it's not crashing through the damn floor again like it looked like it might be again this morning. It's up, it's down, it's volatile is the word you're looking for, because everybody is psychotic and hysterical. And the people who don't have money, they're laughing up their sleeve now. Here's a lady in Pompano. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
I agree with just about everything you say, except when it comes to the market.
What does that mean?
Well, I feel that you fan the flames of irrationality of the individual investor.
I fan the flames of irrationality?
Yes, because you sit there and you go, it's up,
I've got
it's
some
down,
impact.
it's down,
they had 1 billion shares traded yesterday. I got something to do with that?
No, with people getting, upset and crazy because it's up, it's down. When you're in the market, you got to be in there for the long haul. You got to watch what's going on. Number one, ask yourself questions. What is fundamentally wrong with the economy of the United States? Nothing. And unemployment is low.
Yeah.
Our unemployment is low. We have no inflation.
In other words, you're saying that what's happening, the fact that markets all over the rest of the world are crumbling, has no impact on us whatsoever. How about our exports? How do we export?
Okay. How does Russia's market affect
I'm not talking about Russia. I'm talking about Japan. I'm talking about Hong Kong. I'm talking about Latin America. I'm talking about every other stock market in the world. Australia, New Zealand. I watch these things, sweetheart. I hate to break the news to you, but being a masochist like I am, I watch these things very carefully. I watch Bloomberg TV. I watch CNBC. I watch all of this crap, and I'm telling you, every other market in the world is taking a giant. Europe is in the crapper. We can't operate in a vacuum. The American economy isn't going to operate in a vacuum.
It's affecting us, but people are out
there. And as corporate profits go down, and as consumer confidence goes down, people spend less money, and as corporate profits go down, well, we got real problems, don't we?
Right.
And therefore, the value of the stock goes down, and people panic and start selling it and want to put their money in safe havens like bonds and in even money market funds, which the return is very, very low. But
it's the lowest yield since 77.
I understand that, but I'm just telling you what people are doing, and they're not doing it because Neil Rogers is on the radio saying, I'm reading you the numbers off the screen here.
Right.
I'm reading the same numbers that anybody with a TV set can watch anywhere in the world. The Dow's up 120 points. When it goes up, I tell you. When it goes down, I'm telling you.
Right.
In addition to which, most of the damage yesterday happened long after I was off the air.
Start watching trends as opposed to the daily up and down, because that's not what it's all about.
Well, the trend is that since July 17th, the market's lost 1,800 points. Does that look like a trend to you?
Okay, but think about how fast it went up and why it went up.
Didn't go up 1,800 points in 6 weeks.
No, we're talking about over months.
Yeah.
Right?
And why it went up is what Alan Greenspan called irrational exuberance,
exactly.
Isn't it? That all these stocks were overpriced?
Exactly. There was no value, no price-earnings ratio.
So what are you talking about?
I'm talking about just don't sit there and go up and down and up and down and up and down, because people start freaking out. And that's the problem. They're freaking out in the first place.
You know something? I've had a lot of ridiculous calls in the 22 and a half years I've been on the air in Miami. But this is you're in the running. You're like, I'm not going to say on top of the list, but you're certainly in the top 10. Like I'm somehow responsible for people panicking?
No. No.
Then what are you saying? What did you just get through saying? Don't do this. Don't go up and down. I'll go up and down all I want. Get out of here. Crazy person. Probably a stockbroker. Sounds maybe like my stockbroker, who knows nothing, by the way. Absolutely nothing, which I won't mention her name on the air. We have 2 open lines in Dade, 1 in Broward. 5-6. What did she just say? Does anybody know?
No.
Except that I'm responsible. See, as soon as she started opening up her big mouth, we were up 100. Now it's dropping again. It's up 98 points instead of 120. Only since she came on the air. So even though I have no idea what she said, whatever you said, sweetheart, you were the kiss of death. Look at that. The market is dumping right now, just on the heels of whatever you said. That's the impact we have. I can't even get the guy to 6 lines lit up here in South Florida. I've been on the air here for 100 years. I can't, the number 1 rated show in town. I can't get these people to call about anything for love or money. And I've got such tremendous power that the markets all over the world are diving, are crashing, and somehow it's because of me, because I said it's up, and that's exactly what it is. The market opened this morning. It went up 136 points. Then it was down 69 points. Then it was up to 128. Now it's dropping again. It's up 97, but it's losing a lot of its gains. It's up and down. It's all over the place, which you'd expect, because people don't know whether to scream or eat a banana or kill their broker, which sounds pretty inviting. Because like somebody said a few days ago, we're not here to give advice. We're here to sell stock and buy, sell and buy. We're here to get commissions. We're salespeople. Salespeople. There you go. We finally got to the bottom of this whole damn thing, didn't we? What have I been telling you for years on this show if you would have listened to me?
Salespeople are assholes.
Exactly, like Jeff High. How would you like to have a rough day like I did yesterday and walk out of here, find out that your tires have been overinflated like about 10 pounds of pressure per tire, and then see Jeff High standing there, who is, by the way, much more overinflated than 10 pounds per square inch? Hey, Pally. Oh, God, I'm going to tell you, my life was dancing in front of my eyes.
Was he still using a cane?
No, he claims he's lost some weight. I said, how could you tell? He must have just taken a big... It's 11:26. How would you like to pay your bills that way at home? You know, like FP&L or Southern Bell, anything like your utilities, your water bill. You know, you'd be sitting there in a house with dark is what it would be. Well, I don't care. They can turn everything off, but I'm not ready to pay it yet. I got, $50 trillion there in the bank, and my stocks are doing real good. But I'm just not ready to pay it yet. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And so after the episode on the air was off, behind closed doors in there, Greg Reed tells George, I'm doing everything I can, and we're just, the paperwork is in over there, but just a question of getting them off their ass, and I'm doing all I can right now. He's doing all he can, just like he's going to spend $15 million to invest in the goddamn Florida Marlins. Come on. What are we talking about here? Like I've said before, I got him summed up perfectly. He's a good guy. He's got good intentions. He knows nothing about the business, but he's a good guy. Never stole a freight train. He'd like to take care of people, but he can't because he has nothing to say about anything. He's a face man for the Beasley guys. And believe me, if you ever saw these guys, you'd come running with bread and water for these guys if you saw them. You'd say, here, can you'd reach in your pocket. You say, I might need these quarters later on, but can you use them now? That's what they look like. They look like they just crawled out of a goddamn dumpster. I'm not exaggerating. And before I came to work here, I heard, they just sold that big station in L.A. for $120 million cash. They're loaded money. If they're loaded with money, they must be rolling around it and the mud, too. Because they are unbelievable. Just like you people are unbelievable today and yesterday. We got 2 calls on the board, 2 open lines in Dayton, 2 in Broward. It's a hopeless case. I think we've come to the end of the Neil Rogers show as we knew it. Market's coming to an end. Well, it's up 92. It's not doing that bad. NASDAQ's up 25, but nevertheless, it's kind of a half-assed rally here today. They don't really have their hearts in it because they're all panicky, and I think this audience is the same. It was a lot of fun for 22 and a half years, but these people got nothing to say about it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. How is it possible in an area of 4 million people to have to work so hard to try to squeeze a few words out of anybody? How is it possible? Here's a mobile in Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, I'm ready to say uncle right now. I'm ready to pack it in.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen,
I'm ready to get on a plane and head for, just say, take me anywhere out of here.
I'd like to try and make a plea to the idiots that go to the baseball game.
Yes?
To stay in your seat until between innings.
Uh-huh.
I have 7th row seats on the third base line. Last night Cardinals game. If I had $1 for every time I had to get up and sit down and get up and sit down and get up and sit down, I'd have more money than Mark McGwire has homers.
Yeah, first of all, you got to understand that most of those people there are just front-running phonies anywhere who are there to see a phenomenon, who have no idea of how to conduct themselves at a baseball game or any sporting event or any other place in public, and that's what you're dealing with.
I guess so. I mean, leave your 2-year-old at home and just, go to the game with your wife or girlfriend and have a good time.
That's
man.
right.
It's so ridiculous.
Leave those pain-in-the-ass little kids at home, exactly.
Up and down all night.
Although you do have to understand one thing. You got to sympathize a little bit because the prices of the tickets for any sporting event are such you can't afford a babysitter anymore.
Well, that's the whole point of the kid next door. Get them to get in the house and watch the 2-year-old for 3 hours and leave them at home.
Or just deposit the 2-year-old in the dumpster on the way to the ballpark and have a good time.
Yeah, that's commonplace around here.
Right,
Neil,
that's
I'm just pissed off about it because, of course, you pay good money to go to the game, and I got to tell you, no exaggeration, 50 times I got up last night.
Hey, listen, that's one of the main reasons I stopped going to Marlin and to Dolphin games, not just because of the fact that it was so ponderous, but when you can sit at home and watch it for free in the comfort of your own house, and it's such an unenjoyable event between the parking, it's a schlep with the parking, and then the people behave like a bunch of assholes. How can you enjoy it?
Well, it's one thing if you're getting up and down, like between innings when nothing's going on, I got no problem with that. But when there's a guy at that, and you got 16 people, and it's the same people every half hour getting up and down, it's just a pain in the ass.
Amen.
Have a nice day.
Good luck, pal. Yeah, we sure got the most knowledgeable sports fan. Hey, you think that Levon's going to win 30 games this year? Yeah. What do these people know about? I'm going to tell you what they know about here. Suffering. We know about misery and suffering. Because those of us who are here, we do it every minute of every single day of our lives. And who taught us about suffering? The old people taught us about suffering. I want to congratulate all you old farts out there because your motto is misery loves company, and I think you accomplished what you set out to do years ago. Those of you who are still, and a lot of those people are in the ground now, but they still are smiling. Their cadavers have got a big smile on their puss from ear to ear because they came down here to make all the rest of us as miserable as they were, and they've succeeded. Nice going, you old farts, you old f***ers. 23, that also began with an F. 23 before noon at 560 WQA. Shooting a scene.
Hey guys, what do you think about my breasts? You think they look okay?
Yeah.
What about you think my nipples need to be harder?
Yeah, maybe a little ice on the nipples or something like that.
Yeah, maybe just a little.
What do you think about my bulge? Do you think my bulge is okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, forget about your bulge. What do you think about my ass? How's my ass?
Oh,
your
man.
ass looks nice.
Oh,
yeah, all right. It's going to be great for a scene. Yeah. Right. And your nipples are erecting now. Those look great.
Yeah, the ice is perfect.
Are we supposed to do it? I forgot my lines. What
we got to talk?
I think so.
I just figured out during the 36 seconds that thing runs that David McCallum is the Antichrist. He's got to be. I mean, David Hasselhoff. Well, they're the same guy. No, David Hasselhoff is the Antichrist. He is so annoying. David McCallum used to be on, what was that show? With Robert Culp? Come on, real quick. David McCallum and Robert Culp in, was it I Spy? No, that wasn't. Huh? The Man from U.N.C.L.E. No, that was Robert Vaughn. Come on, David McCallum and Robert Culp in, or was it Robert Culp and Bill Cosby in I Spy? No, it was Robert Vaughn and David McCallum and the Man from U.N.C.L.E. There you go. Well, we finally paired them up. All right, let's hear it. Finally, God damn. David Hasselhoff. He makes me want to vomit. What the hell is he? He must be a pervert, okay? What's a guy like him doing out there with all those young, hot bodies, okay? Female and male, too, by the way, I should add. What's he doing out there? Better ask your friend, boyfriend, David Charvet. I won't see him no more. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes.
You're going to cause pandemonium in the stock market.
That's right. Just look at the power I got, man.
Neil, I have a much bigger problem in the stock market. 'Cause I don't have any money.
Yeah.
But I have a bigger problem.
Well, you know something? Pretty soon we'll all be in the same boat. We can all smile at each other and say, hey, how's it feel? Crappy.
I got a huge problem. You think Big Mac's going to break the record?
Yes, I do. I think they're both going to break the record.
Don't you think I should be there to be a representative of IOD to see it?
To be representative of what?
No, IOD.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, call them up. They'll give you some tickets if they're still in business. Are they still on the air? Huh? Does anybody know?
No.
Does anybody care?
No.
We have an open line at Dade 1 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. It's 11:09 at QAM. If you're feeling QAM.
Love you, baby.
He started out a regular guy who joined the erectory and made the ultimate sacrifice, embracing celibacy. Father O'Toole, amen. Holding food. Father O'Toole, altering boys, amen. As time went by, his earthly needs compromised his choice. He found a way to get relief by altering young boys. Father O'Toole, amen. All right. Holding food. Father O'Toole, altering boys, amen. He was happy and gay till he got caught by some tattletale. Then the Vatican paid everyone off and he didn't have to go to jail. Father O'Toole, amen. Holding food. Father O'Toole, altering boys, amen. They sent him to a priest retreat where they genuflect and pray. If it was you or it was me, they lock us up and throw the keys away. Father O'Toole, amen. Holding food. Father O'Toole, altering boys, amen. Father O'Toole, amen. Holding food. Father
It's 11:14 at 560 WQM. I'm going to tell you one thing. If things get really rough today, I'm going to read the entire weekly world news on here today. Thank God I brought these good tabloids in. That's where you find out the good stuff, like the weekly wheel news. See, the National Enquirer always tells you that everything that they write, as outrageous as it is, they verify and it's all for real. The weekly world news, you know that everything that's in there is a bunch of crap, but it's a lot more entertaining. Like the picture of Bubba on the front cover this week with the black eye and the scar on the nose. And the front page headline, Clinton wears heavy makeup to hide injury. Did Hillary give Bill a black eye is what it says? First lady hits president in face with a cell phone over Monica, sources say. Oh! There you go. She butched up big time from the Janet Reno School of beating the crap out of you. Oh, that's a lovely picture. And you know something? I saw him, he was making that most recent speech, whichever one it was, one of his last 200-300 speeches he made. And he does. He's got makeup on it. And the eye, too. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I just want to let you in a little secret. When women get together, they're worse than men. They talk about yeast infections and what comes out of here and what comes out of there. Maybe Elizabeth would rather hear you talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about yeast infections. You talk about something really disgusting.
You know what,
How about chlamydia? Let's talk about that for hours.
My boyfriend's outside painting the mailbox, and I just wanted to say hello. He's probably listening to me right now.
Tell him clean it out good.
And the mailbox, too.
And the box, too. Okay, have a great day.
Bye.
Clean out that box good, pal. Oh! And the mailbox, too. Yeah, see, she was getting close, getting warm, so to speak. We have an open line. Yeah, let's talk about chlamydia. That's something Elizabeth can probably relate to. Let's talk about disgusting, growing, bulging yeast infections in places where it's illegal in Utah. Yeah, right. Now, that's disgusting. That is nauseating and disgusting. I would be the first one to tell you, no thanks, see ya. But I mean, like a bruised rectum?
Rectum?
That's disgusting. There's nothing disgusting about that. As long as you're a sanitary person and you do those things that are required to stay sanitary. Use your Tux or your Charmin or whatever you use. I said Tux.
Or your bidet.
Or your bidet. Oh, if you're real extra sanitary, you're splashing that thing, man. keeping it nice and sanitary. It doesn't have to be disgusting and dirty, although in your case, Elizabeth, maybe that's the problem. Maybe Elizabeth's got a very unsanitary.
Rectum.
Maybe that's the problem with her in Pembroke Pines. When in doubt, let's go make her clean it out. I'll leave that to you. Oh, here's Mr. St. Louis all of a sudden. Would you know he'd come out of the woodwork? Dave the cop, yes?
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe she has more yeast than wholesome. Hey, I got a question for you. I heard a lot of the announcers talking over the weekend about MVP for the year.
Yes.
Throwing around a few names.
Yes, Mark McGwire has no chance.
Okay, here's my question.
Andres Galarraga.
Would you consider it for the team or for what they've done for baseball itself?
It's never what they've done for baseball. You're reaching and stretching so hard that that's not what the MVP is all about.
I understand. I mean, Sosa and McGwire.
Guy that plays on a crappy team that doesn't go anywhere is never going to be the MVP, and McGwire's not going to get it.
How come everybody's a Cardinal fan now? I don't get it.
They're not. They're not. The Cardinals are a crappy team with no pitching, and nobody cares about that. They're McGwire fans. That's all. They want to see something great happen. They want him to do it.
But don't you think,
in spite of that crappy complexion and that neck that looks like he ran into a chainsaw?
Don't you think Sosa and McGwire basically saved the sport this year?
I wouldn't say they saved the sport, but they sure generated a lot of interest in an otherwise lackluster year. And the wild card, which some assholes are opposed to, by the way, that also helped save the sport. Because if it weren't for the wild card, what interest would there be? You got the Braves and the Yankees, all these other teams 5 million games ahead. The Indians. What the hell race would there be?
You're right about that. You know, Galarraga's playing great,
Houston,
but so
San
is
Diego.
Moshe Alou's playing kick-ass baseball.
Yeah, Moshe Alou's right in there too. And isn't that a slap in the puss?
He should get it. He should. I hope he
Moshe
gets
Alou, wouldn't that be a slap in Wayne's puss?
Well, you know, since they're not playing in Miami, maybe they would give it to Moises this year.
And you notice how guys, ex-Marlins like Trevor Hoffman and Kevin Brown and Moshe Alou, all these ex-Marlins are having like career seasons this year. Not only are they having great years, but they're having career years now that they got out of here.
They may have repeated this year. Who knows? But in closing, just to make it short, there's no fags in handcuffs.
Okay, see ya. Yeah, that's for sure. We have an open line in the two of them in Dade, 567-0560, pound 560 on the Mobile One line. How about it? Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, let's take an office pool, huh? They're playing pocket pool? Is that what they're doing? Right in front of Mark McGwire's locker, looking to see what's in there. I saw that guy from AP. They had him on yesterday. Well, I saw the can of spinach, and I thought that was cute. And then I saw the sugarless gum next to it, and at least Mark McGwire ain't chewing that chewing tobacco like all these other athletes, a poor role model. And then I just happened to see that bottle. Yeah, right. Get a bottle and drink it and get out of our face. Something you buy in a goddamn health food store over the counter, just like all these cretins taking creatine and all this stuff. It's a supplement that you buy in a health food store. And thank God that that's pretty much washed away. And now that he keeps hitting these titanic, gigantic home runs, people are like forgetting all about that because they're getting wrapped up in the euphoria. And let me say it again. Let's hear it for Fox losing all that money on Saturday. Rupert Murdoch, you jackass, you right-wing lunatic. Here's Weston. Hello.
Hey, Neil, hang in there. You got about 2.5 hours to go.
Hey, I'll get there, man. I've had worse experiences than this.
Listen, you're not on.
I mean, if you can survive a bruised rectum, you can survive almost anything.
You're not on to Brian Norcross, I think, yet. See, the problem with Brian Norcross, he wants...
I don't want to get on
He's got
Brian
all that
Norcross.
Home Depot stock in his 401k.
Oh, is that what it is?
And, you know, if he threatens us with a hurricane, you know what the stock does.
No, he's just got a massive goddamn ego, that little Brian. He's like all those little people, man. He's just got an inferiority complex, and he's trying to be a big megastar now. If we could just have one more big hurricane, he could double that contract.
Didn't they change him to an anchor before?
Yeah, he ought to be an anchor on the Queen Mary, and believe me, it would probably fly, not just float. It would fly.
Did you see the parliament in Russia rejected...
Yes, I just got through telling that.
Oh, you did?
And the reason being that the communists and all these other people that are like negotiating, they don't want to make an agreement right away. They want to have... They're all playing... they're negotiating.
Listen, one last comment.
They want more seats in the government. They want this. They want that. They want their peace. They want some of that IMF money that everybody's splitting up.
Whoever put money in Russia deserves getting their ass burnt.
Exactly.
Okay?
Okay.
Take care, buddy.
See ya. So ought to be sent to Siberia, okay, if they could afford a plane ticket to get there. We'll send them on Northwestern. We have two open lines in Dade, one in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on a Mobile One line on an incredibly depressing day here. 31st of August. Once we get this August out of the way, then it's going to be clear sailing, baby. Then look out for us. Once we get this damn Augusto out of the way, and this is the last day, this awful Monday. By the way, I sure hope George does a good job next Monday, because then he can work just about every Monday, because I think calling in sick on Monday sounds like a real good idea to me. Oh, yeah. There you go. You got to break him in slow, okay? So start him on a day when it's a real challenge on Mondays. Although next Monday, of course, being a holiday, nobody will be working. In general, those holidays are pretty good. Plus, of course, they'll all be calling in to bust his balls. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing, buddy?
Okay, sir.
Hey, I want to let you know that, I listen to you every day, and I think you run a great show. You're the only person in this whole crappy station I listen to because I hate sports. And, I mean, it is atrocious. I never watch sports, nothing. But I think it's really sad that they're with this guy.
Shad. He said it's Shad. George just raised an eyebrow. The guy said Shad.
Shad, same thing.
Shad, yeah.
So I think it's terrible that they're trying to take all that Mark McGwire has accomplished away from him just because he takes some crappy vitamins. I was watching, I was flipping through the channels, and there was a show with these 4 idiots on there who, he brought up the comment, and each one of these lunatics gets their turn to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying, I think I'd like to see Sammy Sosa do it instead, and this and that, and I just can't believe it. This guy goes in the gym. Even Tony La Russa, his coach, he said, look, he's in the gym working out every day. He signs autographs for the kids. And what about that fat slob Babe Ruth? This guy took all kinds of drugs and stuff. No one's taking
he didn't
nothing
take drugs, but he was drinking booze. He was drinking all kinds of whiskey and beer. He was a notorious guzzler of booze, and that was during Prohibition. He was not only drinking all that booze, which was bad role model, but he also was breaking the law.
And no one wants to go see the Marlins. You could offer me season tickets in the dugout, and I wouldn't take them.
Right.
I wouldn't go to see those guys for nothing.
Exactly.
And I think the Marlin that I can't stand the most.
Okay, there's a guy who knows nothing about sports. Well, he said he's full of bull crap is what he said, bullshot. We have 2 open lines in Dade 1 in Broward, 5, 6, 7. In fact, maybe we can get Levon to elope with Dan LeBastard from the Herald. That would be a match made in heaven. And they can get on a banana boat somewhere. Oh, we're Cuban. We're both Cuban. And they can embrace, and we'll never see him again. Hey, Eddie, you think Levon's going to win 100 games this season? You think the Marlins will ever win another game, Eddie?
No.
Oh, sorry. I'll tell you one thing. They sure got 100 losses licked real easy. Now, at one point there when they had those 3 weeks where they got hot for a little bit, it looked like just maybe they might avoid the embarrassment of losing 100 games, especially right on the heels of winning. But they already have broken the record for the worst season ever for a World Championship team the following year. They've broken that record. Let's hear it for the Marlins. They've done that. The amazing part, I don't want to talk about it because nobody cares, but I was going to say the amazing part of it is with all these kids they got, and even with the injuries, they still score a lot of runs. They got kids that are hitting. Cliff Floyd's out of control, out of his mind, but they got no pitching. None. No matter how big the lead is it ever big enough for them?
No.
25 past 11 at 5's Donnie B from 6 to 6:30, and we got the orange-haired one, the cartoon character, the Booster, 6:30 to 7 with the pregame show to set up the big ones on tonight, and the Marlins and the Angels with Joe and Dave, 7:05 tonight. The Marlins and what did I say? The Angels and the Cardinals. Well, what difference does it make what team it is? The Marlins and Mark McGwire. Excuse me. Hey, if you want a great, okay, pal? 2 open lines in Dade, 1 in Broward. 567-0560, pound 560. I guess this guy likes lesbians, okay? That's okay. If you love lesbians, that's fine. We don't have any lesbians in Miami. Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil, it's a funny thing that Schwartz just called about Howard. I had something kind of on the lines on that segue. Howard, king of all media, but Neil, God.
No, okay. In other words, another guy with no material. Dade County wide open. In fact, this guy was already on hold when the other guy was on before proving what I said. No material. Nothing zippity-doo-dah. Nada. We better play Andrea Bocelli for 3 hours. 2.5 hours, all we got left. There you go. Right up till 2 o'clock. Yeah, me so horny with Larry King. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Is there anybody in Dade County left?
No.
They ever get off the banana boat?
No.
They're just getting on and leaving?
No.
Damn it. Here's a mobile in Delray Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay, sir.
You think it's dull down there? I just drove through Delray Beach on Federal Highway. They got a George Bush Boulevard. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
It's unbelievable. There's nobody on the roads. I think the whole town is dead.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? The guy was called a few callers back about Babe Ruth doing drugs. I think they did do drugs. If you ever watch his old films, they all look like they're on cocaine running around.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, we have an open line at Dade 1 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. I'm scintillating here. I'm sitting here. I'm on fire. In this audience, this crowd today, you sound like the biggest bunch of deadheads. Your material about as funny as cancer of the kneecap, and it's pathetic. In fact, I'd rather sit here and talk about my bruised rectum for 4 hours than listen to these calls we're getting here today. Just pathetic. How about Granny and her implants? Granny got a boob job. She's 78. Now she's dead. How do you like that? Granny is 78.
Oy.
She's dead. But she didn't have big boobs. In fact, they couldn't even get the goddamn casket closed. Oh, God. Here's a mobile in Palm Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I was wondering if you heard Mr. Mandich on Saturday morning defending Jimmy Johnson about
No, I did not.
Not taking out Jason Thomas in the fourth quarter.
No, I did not.
Here he is, the starter. key personnel at defensive end. He's playing in the fourth quarter. He gets hurt.
How about Yatil Green? How about the fact that he forced him to play when he had no business using him in the exhibition games? How about that? See, Jimmy, make no mistakes. It's all the sports writers' fault. And yes, we do have bozo sports writers in this town, but Jimmy don't make mistakes. And like I said, he can belly it, and he can give bada beep, bada boop, and get all incensed and make all kinds of comments about the writers. But in the meantime, now the exhibition season's all over with, okay? That was very nice, and they're looking real good, and this and that, and everybody's all whipped up. Exhibition games mean very, very little in any sport, and especially football. Now that the real season starts, after all the hype, after all the hair, after all the opening of the big mouth, after saying he wouldn't do his coach's show on 4 because he don't want to do it with Joe Zagacki, which we can understand, because he wants to be on there with Tony sucking his ass on Channel 6 every week. Now let's see him either put up or shut up, okay, Jimmy? So don't look for any scapegoats. Don't blame the media. It's the ball is in your court, sweetheart. So let's see what you got. Where are we going? Let's go to Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing? Fine story today. And it makes me sick because you know what? That lady Elizabeth who wrote you that letter?
Yeah.
Okay, I bet you that she already has hemorrhoids, and I'll bet you she already has a pain in the ass, and that's why she is a pain in the ass. And
okay. Oh, and this guy's talking about the other callers, okay? Sir, can he win the award? He won it. He got a worst call in the history of this show right there. Can you think of anybody that comes even close? Anybody?
No.
The worst, the most desperate, trying so hard to be entertaining, amusing. This is the most vacuous place. What in God's name am I doing here? What am I doing here? Why did I waste that first 35 minutes this morning spewing out all the good stuff? I'll tell you why, because it killed a good 35 minutes. Oh! There you go. We have an open line in Dade, 567-0560, pound 560 on the Mobile One line. Jesus, God, and Joseph. Market is down 99 points. The Dow, the Nasdaq's down 58. Here's the guy over there in Europe that's always hawking at China about the... let's see how they're doing over there. This guy's... Oh, great. Okay, more bad news. Don't worry about it. It's only money. It's only money, for crying out loud. All the money in the world is not going to repair a bruised...
Unbelievable.
No, bruised...
Rectum.
That's right. Bruised David Paul. Hey, listen, do you think for this crowd I'm going to reach all the way over there and hit the right goddamn button? Not with this kind of response. Maybe if we get some kind of response here today, I might worry about which button I'm hitting. Yeah, there you go. Hey, you want a great pair of shoes? Brandy Shoes is where you're going to find all the top brands, the lowest prices in the world. Salespeople really know your feet. In other words, they're going to fit you up exactly with the right size, and you're going to walk around there with a big smile on your puss because you can't buy a greater pair of shoes at better savings anywhere in the universe than at Brandy's Megastore with over 6,000 square feet and over 30,000 pair of top-name brand men's and women's famous shoes. In fact, they got them all. They got Florsheim, Bostonian, Topsiders, Clarks. They got Dexter, Mephisto, Echo, Hush Puppies. Brandy's is your largest retailer of great Rockport shoes in the entire state of Florida. And if you have big, gigantic feet or even little, teeny, tiny, embarrassing feet, makes no problem because Brandy's carries your hard-to-fit sizes. And if they don't have in stock what you're looking for, they order it for you at no extra charge. So if you want a super-looking and fitting pair of shoes, this is the place. Brandy's at 1290 Federal Highway in Pompano, where you can drive right up to the front door. You can call them at 954-943-9667. Do yourself a big favor in your feet, too. Get your next great pair of shoes at Brandy's. It's unbeatable.
This is 560 QAM.
When it comes to health care, everybody wants to be covered, but everybody thinks it's somebody else's problem. And everybody wants it to be affordable. But everybody also wants the world's best health care. The doctors don't want to make less money. The trial lawyers don't want to stop suing the doctors. The insurance companies don't want to pay off the lawyers. And the public doesn't want to pay back the insurance companies and higher premiums when the doctors lose to the lawyers when maybe they shouldn't even have been sued in the first place. So where does it all end? Well, a good place to start would be by not putting mom and pop and other businesses out of business by having their employees sue them when the insurance companies and the lawyers and the doctors and the HMOs and the politicians don't deliver health care as promised. If you make business liable for everybody else's problems, eventually the real losers will be us, the patients, again. So call 800-811-8057 and say no to the Kennedy bill. 800-811-8057. Say no to increased health care costs. This has been paid for by the Business Roundtable.
American Computer Traders, where they buy, sell, and trade new and used computers.
Hi, I'm Joel, the owner of American Computer Traders. We've made a major purchase that can save you lots of money. It's our
Super Summer Sale.
For super savings, how about monitors starting at $65? How about notebook computers starting at $125? How about 46 computers starting at $150? How about Pentium computers starting at only $495? How about that we sell new computers as well as used? How about that we're open evenings for your convenience? How about even greater savings at our computer flea market held every Saturday at American Computer Traders? How are we able to pass tremendous savings along to you? Well, we're an established family-owned business, not a franchise. We refurbish our warehouse door equipment so you don't have to wait. And we do not pay commissions to our salespeople, so you come first.
Super Summer Sale
At American Computer Traders, 1100 East Oakland Park Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. Come in today or call us at 954-566-8550.
Where do you find Joe Rose, Jeff DeForest, and Steve Goldstein? The first team, right where you got it. Sports Radio 560 QAM. Nobody repulses you more.
Puppy sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks, really sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks, really sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks, really sucks, puppy sucks, puppy sucks.
Let my fist beat down on Puppy's face for ruining this song. 'Cause when I hear you sing, it makes me grimace. You make it seem so wrong. You can't sing a lick, nor can that guy make. I wish I had a gun. One of these days you might write your own song, and then mine you won't steal.
It's 11:42 at 560 WQM. The World Weekly News has got some staggering stuff for all you religious nuts out there, for all you crazy people. Jesus died from a heart attack, says expert. In Turin, Italy, in Torino. Marks on the Shroud of Turin reveal that Jesus died of a heart attack, says a new study by a forensic scientist. Is this guy a real scientist? Sure. On top of fatigue, the pain of 19 hours of torture, dehydration, and asphyxiation from being crucified, Jesus had a coronary, Professor Pierluigi Belloni said. Pierluigi, sorry, excuse me. Scusi. Professor Belloni performed a post-mortem by studying the Shroud of Turin Christ burial cloth. If that isn't good enough for you, in Seattle, Washington, another respected doctor has confirmed reports that a 22-year-old pregnant woman is definitely a virgin, sparking rumors that Jesus Christ is about to be reborn. All right. Here is a 22-year-old pregnant woman who is definitely a virgin. People are working themselves into a state of hysteria over this, says Dr. Charles Sontaghi, the unidentified mother's physician. I can assure you that other than the fact that this young woman is medically a virgin, there is nothing remarkable about her. Yet for weeks, people have camped out in front of my orifice, hoping for a glimpse of the second Virgin Mary. News of the miracle pregnancy spread after Dr. Sontaghi wrote an article on the case in a medical urinal. An extensive excerpt was reprinted in a widely circulated church newsletter, and now thousands of devout, hysterical, crazy Christians are flocking here from around the country, eager to be on hand for the birth of the new Messiah. To protect the privacy of his patients, Dr. And by the way, how can there be a new Messiah? Huh?
We're expecting one, aren't we? I mean, you? I mean, Jew?
I thought he was coming back on a motorcycle. I didn't think it was going to be an imposter, not a new one. Or maybe this one's a clone. Maybe it's Dolly. To protect the privacy of his patients, Dr. Sontaghi has had to move his orifice and get an unlisted phone number. He said with a sigh, it'll be a relief when this whole thing blows over, is what he said. Said a local Baptist minister, until the child is born, we won't know for sure. But they determined beyond a shadow of a doubt she has never had sexual intercourse. It's a freaking miracle. It's a spontaneous birth. It's a freaking virgin. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yesterday I'm there, laying in my bed, waiting for your show at 10:30. I watch it. It's pretty good. And at 11 o'clock, this dumbass Bobby...
The goddamn Bobby Bowden show, and again, they don't even tell us that we're not going to be on. These people at Whammy, man, they got some goddamn nerve. They just plop the thing on there whenever they feel like it, and if they got anything else to stick on there that they might get a couple bucks for, we're preempted. I mean, wouldn't it be nice if I could come on the air like last week and say, oh, by the way, for those who watch on Sunday, be sure to watch 10:30 because we won't be on at 11 anymore? Wouldn't it be nice if they would tell us? No, they can't be bothered.
Because the best day was Sunday where they play you for a full hour.
Right.
But no... You can't have a good
for
thing
that
on
damn
Whammy.
nose-picking redneck Bobby Bowden that everybody hates like poison, and rightfully so.
Exactly. Also, on the Mark McGwire thing,
yeah,
everybody's saying, no, he shouldn't have been kicked out because of the home run or whatever garbage. in baseball, there's no preference. Just like in basketball.
There's no preference? Don't tell that to Steve Stone. Okay, we have an open line in Dade, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Yeah, you people at Whammy, boy, you got some nerve diddling around with everybody's show. They stick this over here. And, of course, the audience. Does the audience have any idea what anything that's going to be on?
No.
Did the audience have any idea the Bobby Bowden show was going to be on?
No.
I mean, it's just like, Bush League would be a compliment. Makes QAM look like a real professional outfit, which is a real joke. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How you doing?
Market's down 154 and moving fast. Yes, sir.
It's going to continue to go down until it hits 200 again today, unfortunately.
200? It'll hit 200 by 12:30.
Oh, really?
No, really? 154?
Oh, it'll keep on going down. I'll be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised if it's down by 200, by the 200 point. And
let me say it again. It'll be 200 by 12:30. But anyway.
Yeah, they say it's a long-term correction.
What does that mean, long-term correction? What does that mean?
Well, for a long time, they've been expecting this kind of a market correction for a while.
And you believe that?
I don't believe anything. That's just what they say.
They don't have any idea. They came on here, all these experts this morning, between 9 and 9:30, predicting today was going to bounce, it was going to go way up, and they were bouncing up and down like rubber balls. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. When are you going to understand that, sir? They have no idea what they're talking about.
It's bouncing, but it's bouncing way down.
Right.
I wanted to thank you for the Andrea Bocelli CD.
See?
And I really appreciated that. And I had a friend over, a female friend, and she loved it too. She was very expressive, so I really appreciate a great weekend.
Okay.
From you, but and also you can talk about your butt anytime.
Okay. My buddy Bud. Oh, Bud. So anyway, here's El Presidente on there at an education roundtable in Herndon, Virginia.
That America has the finest system of hiring anywhere. We are flooded every year with students because they think they're the best in the world, and they have made us very strong.
Oh, don't say it again. Come
President Clinton talking to Ellen.
Yeah, see, it's terminal. Okay, even they can't. They don't want him on there on CNN. So get it off. Two open lines in Dade, 567-0560, pound 5. Why don't you do something productive, Bubba, before you go to Russia? Tell everybody to go out and buy some stock, okay? Go out and buy, scream and yell, jump up and down on the table. Buy, or the whole damn world's going into crapper. Come on, Bubba, do something good. Here's a mobile in Hollywood. Hello.
Are you ready to meet me on the Rickenbacker Causeway and jump yet, Neil?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to panic.
No? Well, that's because you have a lot more money than I do, and that's why I'm panicking, I guess.
Well, all my money's tied up just like anybody else's. It's all tied up in this crap.
Yep, well, yeah.
It's all funny money, and I've said for years, I always thought when I didn't have any money, I used to make fun of people who invested in the stock market. I would always tell them it's like going to the racetrack. It's just a gamble. They'd look at me like, oh, what do you know, you little piece of crap? And guess what?
I think the racetrack's a better
At least you get some entertainment anyway. They put on a good show for you.
Yeah. Hey, are you going to be outside Blockbuster at midnight tonight waiting for your first copy of Titanic?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to wait for Leo to show up in drag.
I got a question for you. Why all the venom towards Jimmy now, where 4 years ago you were one of his biggest cheerleaders?
Because I thought he was going to do a great job in it. But you know something? A guy gets only so many chances, and he keeps blaming everybody else. I think it's time now to put up or shut up. So far, he hasn't done a damn thing.
All right.
That team shouldn't have even made the playoffs last year. If it weren't for a real bad call in that Jets-Detroit game, the team wouldn't have had a chance to be... Huh?
I'm not doubting that. You're right.
They wouldn't have had a chance to be embarrassed and humiliated for a second week in a row by the Patriots in the playoffs last year. So it's either put up or shut up now, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's too.
I don't like this thing. He's got such an imperious attitude, man. That's why I don't. He's a hard ass.
Well,
he can't take even the. Huh?
Everybody knows he's a cocky bastard.
Yeah, he can't take even a little bit of criticism, you know. And
he's good though. I mean, I'm.
Well, let's see. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. We got to give him to the end of the show before we really criticize him. So
okay.
See what happens.
And then we'll run him out of town. Okay. Have a great life. 10 before the guy says give him a chance to lose like 9 or 10 games, then we'll say goodbye. Open line in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. The Dow is down. It's now erased the year-to-date gains. The Dow is like even for the whole year, okay? All those big, gigantic gains up to 9,300. It's all gone. Bye-bye. Kiss it bye-bye. And if you hopped on some of that stuff late like some of us did, well, don't hang yourself. Don't go blow your brains out just because it's only money. It's only money. It'll make a comeback someday. Won't it? Okay, let's go to Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
How you doing? First time caller.
Okay.
Neil, I wanted to ask you about this Potvin trade, what you think. And
About what Potvin trade?
With Toronto.
There isn't any trade. There isn't any trade. They keep writing all these articles. See, I know this sounds ridiculous, but when something happens, then they should write about it. But all these people that keep predicting and they're talking about a beat, but when Brian Murray is able to do something, which so far he has done nothing, when he's able to do something, then I'll be glad to hear about it. But so far, talk is cheap.
I don't know if it's better to get Potvin or just to get rid of Niedermeyer with all his concussions and everything.
Well, so who's going to be the goaltender?
Well, we don't have anyone.
I mean, if Toronto is stupid enough to take Robbie Niedermeyer and give away Felix Potvin, who's a hell of a damn good goalie, by the way, a lot better than most people realize if he plays with any defense in front of him. If Toronto's that dumb, and they probably are, and I should know better than anybody, then they ought to grab for it. They ought to do it.
Well, do you know how much Potvin makes?
About $3 million.
Okay, so that was the big thing is they didn't want to pay Beezer 4.5, but if they're going to pay him 3, I mean, what's the difference?
Well, they offered Richter $5 million.
Yeah. All right. Well, in closing, Neil, estaba sportsparking?
Okay. We have an open line in Dade and one in Broward. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. That's right. Tomorrow, September 1, which means the rookie camp opens the 5th. Full camp opens September 12th. And sometime in the next few days, I'm supposed to get my last tour, my last look-see at the new arena before they finally start with the first exhibitionist game in there. And I understand the arena is just even more sensational than it was before. It's magnificent. It's fantastic. How about a team to go in there? Can we get a real team?
No.
I don't think so. Don't look like it. Now you're asking for a little bit too much. And especially with the market crashing the way it is. I mean, Wayne, all that stock he's got, that ain't worth a crap. You don't expect him to go out there and spend his hard-earned money after all these years he's, of gouging the public. He spent a lot of money on some stupid hockey team. He's got to watch his P's and Q's now, baby. And they got that mortgage to pay, right, Tori? That's right. And those bow ties, man. Here's a mobile in Hialeah. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Man, this phone sucks. I'll call you.
Okay, call me on a real phone. You're right. The phone did suck. Well, there's a guy who at least is honest enough to admit that he's on a crappy phone and isn't trying to, you know what I'm saying? We get people on crappy phones, and they think that I should talk to them for 20 minutes while nobody can hear them. Nice going, sir. Congratulations. One open line in Dade, one in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. We got a Virgin Mary in Seattle, Washington. We got a Virgin Mary on the side of a bank building up in Pensacola. We got a Virgin Mary at Rosa Lopez's house on the 13th of every month eating Totina pizza. What the hell more could you want? We got a bunch of crazy people all over the world with this religious crap. I say now that the world economy isn't falling on such hard times, let's force all the religious institutions to liquidate their holdings. All of this art, all of those big buildings, all of these shrines to a greed and stupidity. Let's gobble up all those billions of dollars. Solve the problem by, I would say, next Monday morning. Huh? Come on, let's do it right now. Here's Hope Sound. Hello.
Yes, sir. Neil, God.
Yes, I am.
Hey, I think you need to wave that magic wand of yours to stop this big stock plunge.
Yeah, can't do it. The Dow and the Nasdaq have erased all their year-to-date gains. They just put the flash on there on CNBC. The Dow and the Nasdaq are back to where we started back on December 31 last year.
That's right. And I just think it was ironic right next to Clinton's head there while he was giving this big speech about bolstering Russia's economy. Our stock's been dropping nearly 200 points a minute here.
Yep. I think it's a Republican conspiracy. I think Fig Newton's got something to do with this. Just before the election, they're going to come out with that Kenneth Starr report, and the market's going to go into turmoil. And the economy, which is the one thing the Democrats had going for them, the economy is in a crapper. I think it's the fix is in.
And tomorrow we
I
vote.
Think all those right-wingers are selling like yeah, but who cares about that? That's Little League stuff.
Did I detect a little purplish hue around his eye there through the makeup?
Mm-hmm. And he's also got that oozing stool.
Roy! Hey, I tell you, this business news here, they're the only ones there flashing a disclaimer at the bottom of the screen telling you a warning that this program may be hazardous to your health.
Mm-hmm.
This don't look good. But I haven't got any in the market. I'm happy about that.
Congratulations, sir. You're going to sleep a lot better at night.
And I haven't seen Titanic, and I'm not getting the video.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
Okay, there's a guy that's a happy camper, and for a lot of good reasons why. We have two open lines in Broward, one in Dade. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. On a day that will live in infamy. Make no mistake about that. That will really live in infamy this day for me. Market is down, the Dow 156. The Nasdaq is down 76, which is the equivalent of 76. That's the equivalent of 380 points, just for those who keep track. Not a pretty picture, boys and girls. You know, there's nothing as important to your...
The Neil Rogers Show, now on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, God, Neil.
Just sit right back and we'll smoke a joint, take a big bong hit or two.
Oh.
Ever since he was on Dobie, somehow you always knew that he was a great big smoking man. His hits were strong and true. Without a lot of ganja, he would know what to do. He would know what to do. The times they started getting rough, his tiny buzz was tossed. If not for the courage of the old mailman, his package would be lost. His package would be lost. And then the police came knocking just as Gilligan began to smile. And found Gilligan a bag of weed, a little cocaine and a pipe, a water bong, enough to put him in jail, all of Gilligan's pile.
12 noon at 560 WQM. Boy, look at this. We got a box of videos here to give away, and I have no idea where they're from. There's no note inside. There's no... What? What are you laughing about? There's nothing on here. There is absolutely nothing in this box but a bunch of adult videos. Huh? This would be what a perfect day for it, too. I wish that we would have had this at 10 o'clock. Wouldn't have had to go through those first 2 excruciating hours. But you know something? They're gone now. Those 2 hours are gone. They're behind us. Put it behind you, okay? You know what I mean, Elizabeth?
Rectum.
No, not that behind. Put it in the past because it's gone. Those hours, those minutes have ticked away, and now we have an hour and 59 minutes to go, but who's counting? Man, too many of those cigars. They're great, but too many. Okay, sorry. The Dow is down 131, the Nasdaq 69. A little bit of a momentary comeback. Don't get too worked up. It's looking bad. Okay, what do we got? Now, can we show these on... Why not? Come on, you'll have to put like little... you'll have to dark them out. That's what we'll have to do. We can't get like real living and breathing naked people in here. Oh, that's Peter North. Look at that. Stop or my bomb will shoot is what it says.
Squirt, squirt.
There you go, Peter North. Stop or my bomb will shoot. That Peter North, baby. Talk about your straight shooter. Here's... Oh, this is going to get Elizabeth all upset. Butt-blasted bimbos. As in...
Rectum.
Right. Butt-blasted bimbo. What's wrong? What? What do you give me? Like you can't show that? What kind of a pussy channel are we working for anyway, huh? I thought this was supposed to be like cutting edge, huh? The only thing they're cutting is crap. Yeah, that too. Now what's this? Oh, well, can we say the name of this? Huh? Beat your in my face? Can we say? We can't say that on the air, huh? Can't say that. Oh, and here's a good one. My girl sucks. And look at that. Bubba's in this one. Oh! Yeah, my girl sucks. Oh, look at all these. Geez, what am I doing with this? I'm going to have a goddamn, oh, God. Okay. What the hell do these come from, by the way? This is amazing. It's like an act of God, isn't it? It's an act of...
Neil, God!
On a day like this when we're dying and we knew we were going to die because this is the day when people are sending the kids back to school and it's a Monday and it's like the DeMar all coming back from vacation. God, I'm getting a little choked up. Oh, my God. This must be a doggy one, huh? Bury your bone in my... I can't say that. Well, no, can we say that? Okay, if Lassiter says it, it's okay. Bury your bone. Well, you know, every dog has his day. Stuff my gaping. Oh, my God. Oh, this must be from the donut shop. Stuff my hot gaping holes.
You're looking for glory holes.
Oh, those kind of, okay. How to spew... Now, wait a minute. Oh, how to spew your goo like a pro. This is like for people that like are at the Elmer's glue factory. How to spew your goo like a pro. What? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. London Bridge just came tumbling down. Now Elizabeth's really going to be porked off. Can I say that? She is pissed. That's disgusting. Drain my hot hose dry. From the Firefighters of America, right into your home. Okay? Slam your wang in my... Oh, this is kind of like that old Beach Boys song. Remember, In My Womb? Or is this like an Oriental one? Slam your wang? Okay, and then there's, last but not least... Oh, here you go. See, eat your heart out, Howard. We got dykes. Even Janet Reno would be impressed with this piece. Lesbian tongue lashing. That's right. I bet you that Al Gore, when Janet finishes with that investigation, he's going to get a lesbian tongue lashing. Guaranteed. So I guess we can forget about America's adultery epidemic. That's next in the World Weekly News. Forget about that. Now we got some heavy-duty crap to give away. That should kill the next hour and 56 minutes, if I'm in good enough mood to give it away. What are we going to do with all this stuff? See, is this a radio station or what here?
No.
We don't have enough room. I couldn't fart. I don't have room to squeeze it in here. It's so goddamn tight in this joint. That's one thing I'll say for Paxton. He may be a liar and a phony and a grave robber, but at least the guy built us a beautiful studio that we had enough room to do something. This, I got stuff piled up. I either got the phone or I got the copy. Well, you got to have the copy because we got to get the spots on right. Beautiful. Okay, we got the phones all lit up, but I can't reach the lines, okay? So I guess I can't give any of these away or take any calls because I can't reach the goddamn phone line to punch them up. See, this is life in this goddamn radio station, okay? And then poor Tree comes down from engineering this morning, Jim Crawford. And he was giving us a song of woe about these people here and about, we don't even know what year we're going to get those new studios built upstairs, but he had a big drill. He had a portable drill in his hand. And I think he was on his way to see Greg Reed. He said, I'm going to see if I can drill like maybe one or two more matching ones in his head. And, of course, how could you tell? Okay, let's go to, I can't reach it. Here's Miami. Hello. Okay, thank you. Let's go to Key Largo. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Okay, that must have been Stan Major. Okay, sir.
Listen, I'm glad you were talking about the end of summer, and you're right. It only means one thing.
Yeah.
Hockey season.
Yeah.
That's all it's about. And I'm from Toronto. I just want to tell you about this possible Potvin deal.
Mm-hmm.
We got a new stadium going on there as well, the Air Canada Centre. It opens like February 20th.
Yes, against the Montreal Canadiens. Why do you tell me that like I don't know? I've seen the Air Canada Centre many times, sir, right down there by the Sky Dome.
Yeah, it's not looking too bad. I actually got a tour of it a couple of days ago. But anyway.
You got a tour on the inside?
Yeah, I did, because what they're doing is they're screwing everybody for season tickets, and when you go down to choose your new seat in the location, they actually take you in and show you where you'll be sitting.
Now, did they decide to go ahead and charge the high-paid people that ridiculous fee they were going to charge them or not?
Yeah, what they've done is between the blue line towards center are what they call lounges, and what will happen there is you actually have normal seats, like 10 seats in a section, and you have a lounge underneath the seating location where you can go and booze it up between periods.
There'll be a lot of that going on this year.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, those things are running you from $300,000 to $500,000 per season.
Yeah, but that's Canadian. So in other words, for about $50 American, you can get one.
Exactly, you're right. But what's with this Niedermeyer deal is Toronto might take him because even though they got a great goalie in Joseph, Potvin is a phenomenal goalie when they give him a defense. And the Joseph deal is useless to Toronto. They had to do something, but it's useless unless they're able to get rid of Potvin and get something offensive. And right now, people know that.
And you're telling me that Rob Niedermeyer, he's offensive, all right, but not in the sense that they're looking for. He's a pussy. He's a pussy that's always injured, that does figure eights out there. I mean, Pavel Bure wants out of Vancouver. Peter Nedved is floating around in the middle of somewhere that somebody's going to sign him. There's all these really great offensive players out there, and the best the Leafs and Ken Dryden and Mike Smith can come up with is going to be Robbie Niedermeyer, for Christ's sake.
Well, Mike Smith is a weasel. Dryden just yaps away, and the problem is Stavros, who owns the team, won't spend $1. I mean, he's a cheap bastard.
Well, they gave Curtis Joseph $6 million a year U.S.
Yeah, and they're done. They've shot their can.
Their load, yeah.
Their load. They're done. So unfortunately, I think we're going to have a long season. But I'll tell you that game.
Well, it's going to be like last year. It's going to be the Leafs and the Panthers just side by side for a contest to see who's going to be the worst, and it's going to be nip and tuck.
Exactly. But that final game against Chicago in Nicholas Garden, the first one with Montreal, should make for an interesting.
Okay, go Leafs go far soon. Yeah, Robbie Niedermeyer, boy, I tell you, that's an act of desperation if they're going to get that pud whacker. We have an open line in Broward, 567. What are you eating in there? Is that pizza or something? What is that?
It's from Tony's. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
Whole bunch of stuff like what?
Like the ravioli and the chicken parm that me and Joe ordered, and something that I ordered for you if you want it or not.
What is it?
Meatballs and sausage with cheese and sauce.
Okay. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, man, it's a rough life. The market is... Oh, look at the market's making a little bit of a comeback. A little bit of a comeback. Don't jump yet. Oh, geez, too late. We had one guy in a goddamn bridge over there on the 79th Street Causeway. Just as I was just about to tell him, too late. Just hit the goddamn water. Oh, that was Sonny from the market? By the way, have you been by there lately? Oh, my God. Well, I was up by there on the way to the doctor.
There all the time.
No, seriously, I was by there on the way to the doctor a couple weeks ago, and Dr. Mark. Where Sonny's Market used to be, I mean, Papa John's is still there, but generally speaking, it's all boarded up. And then where that little restaurant used to be, there's somebody new is opening that thing up again. And for the 400th time, and where that motel whorehouse used to be, I think that's all boarded up. So that was Sonny from the market just jumped. Sorry, Sonny. Do we have Sonny in our thing, by the way? As a little tribute to our friend, Sonny was from Toronto. Come on, where the hell is Sonny? Oh, we don't have it in there. God
Thanks,
damn.
Sonny.
No, not that Sonny, you jag. Oh, yeah, it was Sonny Hurst that jumped. Oh, sorry, Sonny. 20, what is it? 29. What does that number mean? 9 minutes past noon at 5 Hollywood Seminole Gaming. From Tony. Okay, 12:15 at 560 WQAM. So I guess we won't have to go into the World Weekly News article about America's adultery epidemic and all the warning signs that your husband is cheating and warning signs that your wife is cheating. For example, warning sign your husband is cheating, he starts being secretive about clothing. When he comes home, he quickly changes his clothes. He may be doing this to hide telltale lipstick stains or perfume odors or other squirt stains. Huh? As in that blue dress? There you go. We don't have to do that. Although we do have an open line and date. How can we have an open line and date when we got all these great adult videos to give away? That came in that mysterious box with no note in it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. That goes to show you what desperate straits we're in Dade County, doesn't it? Does that show you?
Uh-huh.
Man, oh man, if there were only just a few people that spoke English in Dade. Just a few. I'm gagging on this. I'm gagging on this big sausage. Where are we going? We're going to somewhere. Mobile in Boca, no less. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Had a couple of comments. Number one, you're right. The worst team has just gotten terrible. Absolutely awful. Used to listen to that show, used to enjoy it, and it's just gotten terrible. Geldy's voice, it's like a drill going right into my temple.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to take for them to finally get the message that this kid ought to be out, parking cars or something.
Unbelievable. The second thing is the stock market. I can't believe that idiot who just called and said he had nothing in the market. Going to get a lot of good sleep. Not in 20 years when he's broke. And the last thing, a shameless request. Can I have one of those pornos?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean, shameless request? Like, I don't know that that's what everybody wants now? I'm going to tell you one thing. You can't have it until that other line in Dade lights up. I got about a dozen great videos here to give away, all of which have titillating titles, if I can say that. And I got an open line in Dade County on the board that's not lit up. I know this is an impossible day here.
Is Bill Clinton in that one about how to shoot your goo like a pro?
567-0560. You better hang on there, pal. 567-05. There, okay. Is there somebody really on there or not, Georgia? It's up to this caller. No, I know you're there. Just relax.
Oh, okay.
Is there somebody on there? Is it a real call or what? Because if it's not a real call, I don't want to start playing Butch Boss. It's somebody that wants something. Okay, now what do you want?
I'll take
You'll take
video.
anyone. You'll take anyone I give you, won't you?
Yeah, but Peter North, he'd show Bill Clinton a thing or two.
Stop or my bomb will shoot. That's the name of the movie, pal.
The mom? I mean, can
Stop
anybody
or my
younger?
mom will shoot. Yeah.
All right, I'll go for it.
Hang on. You now you getting picky or what?
No, I'm just saying.
How do you like this guy? Okay, well he's thinking about it.
I'll definitely take a Neil. Didn't mean
Say
to come
thank
across
you
the wrong
very
way.
much. Say thank you, Uncle Neil.
Thanks, Uncle Neil.
Okay, hold on. He didn't say it too willingly. I should have really put... And now I got mung on my shirt, thanks to you, which is going to show up on the TV show, and they're going to say, oh, my God, what a slob. What a fat slob. And I'm going to say, yeah. Like I don't know that? Then they'll be showing Fat Joe. Now, what are you eating in there? Is he eating something that's not Atkins, by the way?
Chicken parm.
Yeah. Is that connected to chicken? Is right next door to chicken parm. I think that's what that is. Boy, this sausage sliced like real thin. Thanks, Tony's. Who the hell is Tony's, by the way?
They're right down the street.
Do we know them? Do they love us? Do they?
Yeah, Brad at Tony's.
Hey, thanks, Brad. Your stuff is great. In fact, Jeff Cohen, you're really going to put him to the test. I'll tell you that. Great stuff. Did we pay for it? George, did we have to pay for this? Oh, like I said, we didn't pay for it. God, we love Tony's. Man, you guys are the best. Forget about that, Jeff Cohen, until he comes next time for free. Okay, where are we going? Let's go to Miami. Hello?
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir. Yeah, exactly. Good point, though. We don't want to get Elizabeth upset.
Rectum.
Okay, especially while I'm in the middle of my lunch. See, you wasted your opportunity, pal. Oh, he's probably got everyone that's ever been made. Let's go to Jupiter. Hello?
Neil, how are you today?
Okay.
I was just sitting there watching the sports channel,
Yeah.
and they showed McGwire.
What was he doing?
No,
doing snuff?
for September and October of last year, he hit 15 homers.
Mm-hmm.
So if he did that, and he's
70.
got 55.
70.
Wow, unbelievable. Yeah. And they showed Sosa hit 9, so both of them had cracked.
I'm almost, unless one of them gets injured, I guarantee you they're both going to break it. I mean, not even close.
Without a doubt. I think unless one of them gets hurt,
right,
they're in. Did you?
And too bad Griffey got cold there for a few games because he's all of a sudden on fire again. He's got 48, but he'll never make it now.
No, he went flat.
Too many of those Griffey candy bars.
Was he playing harder games, or I didn't follow him at all?
No, he was just choked, I think is the word you're looking for.
Just had the slump, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here watching this market, just killing me, man.
122. It's down 122 in the
124.36.
And it's, yeah, boy, you're ahead of me. That's right. I just looked down for 1 second and dropped another 2 points.
I don't. What? Yeah, and I don't know.
The worst part of the whole thing is that they keep lying to us. That's what. And then who's this broad, this woman that they have on there who's supposed to be with Goldman Sachs or whatever she's with? Right. And Friday she comes on there again at 7 o'clock on CNBC Friday. What the hell her name is? And she keeps, the fundamentals of the U.S. market are too strong, and Russia doesn't make any difference. Well, it's not just Russia. It's Japan. It's all Asia. It's Latin America. The currency in Canada has crumbled. Exactly. All the markets in the world are going to hell in a handbasket, and they keep trying to blue sky to people, and the consumer confidence and the investor confidence now is history. It's gone.
Well, you said
people are in a panic. I don't want anybody to panic, but they're in a goddamn panic.
You said it either Friday or the day before that about how we're such followers.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if
by the way, GE is 83 3/4. I got out of mine 90 on Friday. How's it going, Neil?
You did good.
That's right, and I bought it at 70, so I'm doing okay with that. Thank God.
But every
give
time,
me that cash.
It's like when the Japanese or the Russians or the Germans, when their market is bad, we just follow in suit instead of just sitting tight and not worrying about their problems.
Yeah, I think it's the fault of these people on CNBC. I'm going to blame them.
They have a lot to do with it, and some of their guests.
AOL down 7 3/8, 88 7/8 AOL. Somebody yesterday was trying to give me a song to dance by AOL at 96. 88 7/8. It's dropping like a big gigantic bomb.
And unfortunately,
even Peter North never dropped a bomb like that.
And unfortunately,
even Elizabeth and Pembroke Pines never dropped a big bomb like that.
Unfortunately, I have AOL, and I almost got out this morning at 10 o'clock, and I should have. But
don't do it, pal. It'll get worse.
Yeah, I'm just hanging. Hey, is there any way of stealing one of those?
Sure. Bury your bone in my butt. It's a doggy one.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, hang on. What did he mean
Rectum.
by that? Okay, there you go. Are you following these now? Because I'm sure not. I'm just worried about all this mung I got on my nice yellow shirt. Today's the yellow shirt, by the way. That'll be in a couple of days on TV, if the show's still on. Yeah, I think one of these days, instead of telling us what they're going to do, they'll have all the crew come over here and tape the shows, and then they'll just go back and say, oh, guess what? We're not putting it on tonight. Instead of because they don't have the guts to tell us. I mean, the Bobby Bowden show, 11 o'clock last night on Whammy, the goddamn Bobby Bowden show, that nose-picking redneck Yahoo. Oh, my God, I'm embarrassed. It's why if we were preempted for a show like The End of the World or The Virgin Mary just came on ice skates, something important. But the goddamn Bobby Bowden show, for Christ's sake, man, talk about an ego bust. We better slow down here, okay? We want to milk these for all we can get. Sure wish I knew. Miami, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, man?
Okay, sir.
Oh, yeah, I was listening to your show last week. I think the funniest thing you said was about the mail that you said to get quicker to your house if you tied up to your dog's ass.
That's right. In fact, guess what? I did have them tie the mail to my dog's ass, and I got most of it over the weekend, faster than these mail. It continues trickling.
God.
There's still mail from the 7th, the 8th, the 9th of August, which is almost a month now, and I still don't have it.
It's unbelievable, man. They come one day 2 o'clock, they come 6 o'clock.
Right.
You know, what are they supposed to do? Is there a special a Clumping Pussycat at 6 o'clock or something? Or I was gonna say, I didn't go to work today, because I left work and I saw a yellow school bus with a little stop sign. They put in the street that block 50 cars to get through. And oh my God, I just came back home. I couldn't take it.
I don't blame you. Nice going, pal.
Oh my God, and these hockey fans, man, they suck, man. They think they're gonna get pop van. Give me a break.
The only pot van we got is that Denise pot van, and we're trying like crazy to get rid of it.
Oh my God, no, ain't no chance, no chance.
We're desperate to get rid of that Denise pot van.
And one thing you always said, that TV's gonna be always full of infomercials?
I feel really shitty.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. Hey, about TV being always with infomercials. Oh my God, man. Every time on Sunday they say Sunday I wake up in the morning. Oh, forget it. You're not the Stairmaster, the Buttmaster.
But I got to confess, I do enjoy my friend Ron Popeil because he's such a snake oil salesman. I can't turn those damn things off because it's a bunch of crap. Like that pasta maker, which he said George and me each one for free.
Yeah,
Believe me, it was well worth the price at twice the price.
I'll tell you, man. Hey, Neil, talking to you, man, got me stimulated. So let me get some of those videos.
You want some of those videos? How about one? How about lesbian tongue lashing?
You got a straight one?
I thought all you straight guys. How about butt-blasted bimbos?
Oh, that's me.
It sounds like you. Okay, hang on.
I'm the receiver.
Okay, yeah, he's the receiver, okay? He's the wide receiver. Dolphins could use one. Oh, man, you notice how the whole timbre of the show just changed now? It's almost enough to make you want to mend our fences with whoever sent these videos. I said almost enough. What do you give me a look like that?
Just panic momentarily.
I have no idea where these came from. Of course, I have my fingers in my legs and my eyes crossed. I'm not going to tell them where these came from. No. I got news for you. If this would have happened like 2 months ago, in the middle of the dog days of the summer, at that point my approach would have been a lot different. I'd have said, oh, yeah, here's a bunch of great videos from, and then I would have said it. But now I'm going to say, here's a great bunch of videos from, we don't know where. Well, listen, I'm going to run out of steam here in about a half hour if I don't calm down. The market's down 148. The Nasdaq is down 73. Ooh, baby. Despite the overwhelming problems, Russia is a pretty resilient economy and is a remarkable way of adjusting the circumstances of what it says on there right now. According to this one talking head, he's going bada-beep, bada-boop, pop, 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 pop. And at the end of all of it, he'll say, did anybody believe this? And we'll all say, no. Despite the overwhelming problems, Russia is a pretty resilient economy, even though all those damn hotshots stole all the money. And all those schleppers are running around over there with a pocket full of rubles that aren't worth anything, that aren't worth the price of marbles. You know, when you're looking to make your next electronic...
2 a.m. Most disgusting program.
What was it again?
I urge everyone to complain to this station.
While spending the remainder of your golden years in the land of death, the one thing you have to depend on is your car. With Jew canoe theft on the rise, the people who brought you a big black guy named Ben car alarm now bring you an old Jewish guy named Isaac.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
Remember when we used to boost them packet Caribbeans?
Yeah.
We ought to get a bundle for this, baby. The white ones are cooler.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
What the hell was that?
I object seriously to profanity like that.
Slow down, I think somebody's coming.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF. Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
Whenever some bastard tries to steal my car, I feel safer with an old Jewish guy named Isaac.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
Get your old Jewish guy named Isaac car alarm now and receive a free flower antenna.
Get away from my automobile, you big MF.
An old Jewish guy named Isaac car alarm, now available at all Zayre stores.
Okay, 1230 at 560 WQM. Here's a guy that faxed us from Fort Myers. Just once is okay, pal, sweetheart. You don't have to send 200 faxes of the same thing.
Still coming across.
It's more of the same crap?
The same page.
From SMF Golf Management in Fort Myers, who claims to love the show, etc., and so on.
Stop already,
to 560, but please stop wasting our fax paper, okay, Jack Ball? Todd? By the way, he says they took Hank off the air from 4 to 6 over there in Fort Myers on that Beasley station, that measly Beasley station. Maybe they'll have, like, paid religion 24 hours a day. Maybe they can just give David Caton the whole goddamn radio station, okay? Bunch of spineless pussies over there in Fort Myers. Look at that. We have an open line in Dade County. I'm telling you, this Dade thing, boy, it's gonna come back to haunt us. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. In fact, next Monday when you do the show, it'd be well advised to, like, repeat all the lines in Espanol, first in English, then in Spanish.
See.
Okay. Here's Delray Beach. Hello. Cinco de Mayo. That's coming. Yes.
You got all the perverts calling you now, huh? Hey, what do you think about giving...
They're all perverts? What does that mean?
Well, all the perverts.
Because they want to see some adult entertainment? Does that make them a pervert?
No, not necessarily.
You must be related to Elizabeth in Pembroke Pines.
No, I live in Pembroke Pines.
There you go. I bet she's right down the street.
Probably.
You ever visit her candy shop? Okay, thank you. Good call. Okay, we have an open line in Broward. There's a guy with absolutely nothing to say. All the perverts are calling in now. Perverts, because they want to see some adult entertainment. What the hell's wrong with that? 567-0560, pound 560. In fact, Elizabeth's got that candy factory down there in Pembroke Pines, right by your house. He's probably packing the fudge right now. Here's Palm Springs North. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, first-time caller, 29-year-old circumcised Julio.
All right.
I just started listening to your show about a month ago.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Yes, I am.
I've never listened to AM radio in my life. And
well, who the hell would?
On. I don't want to wish you any bad, but I hope you stay on the air for a long time.
Yeah.
I actually live in Hialeah. You ever been to Hialeah? I'm sure you have.
I used to live in Hialeah.
You used to live in Hialeah?
How come all of a sudden you just moved from Palm Springs North to Hialeah?
I'm at work.
Oh, okay.
You ever seen all them Cubans standing out in front of the Sedano stores smoking their cigars?
Yeah.
You know what I think they should do? I think they should build a place somewhere out in the boonies, like Cemetery Village, and take them all out there and put them out there and make them live out there.
Oh, that's coming in December, yeah. December, right after Christmas.
A little shuttle bus where they pick them up at home and take them to the Sedanos. They'll have a big golden glowing Sedano.
Oi! Okay.
Where they can all sit there and talk politics.
Yeah.
That way no one has to...
Okay, well, listen, hasta que me olvides. Okay, we have an open line at date 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a mobile implantation. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Great.
I'll tell you what, this Elizabeth lady, forget about it. I work in an office with 9 women and myself.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, if half of these guys knew what their wives and girlfriends talked about during the course of the day, the ones you least expect to talk about some of the things they do would just blow these guys out of the water.
That's the American fucking way.
Okay, it's 12:34. What? We have an open line in the Broward, 567-0560. That must be one of his boyfriends, okay, thinking he can sneak the name of that joint on the air, which we're not going to put on the air. Who? Exactly. We must add it back. Did that guy say something? I didn't hear a word he said.
No.
Okay, where we go next? Talk about desperate, okay? Talk about really desperate and slimy. Sir, you just screwed yourself, but I hope that, what's his name, whoever you just said puts out for you tonight. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey there. I'm calling from Miami. I was just calling to let you know about a great website I found. It's www.fadetoblack.com.
Yeah.
And they have...
Is that the death site? The death website?
No, not even. It's a comedy magazine. And they have this thing of Celebrities Uncensored.
Yeah.
And they have that tape of... You played Tommy Lasorda cussing, and they have Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis cussing, and a bunch of it's a really funny site.
Well, be sure to give Elizabeth the website.
Elizabeth? I don't know Elizabeth.
You don't want to know Elizabeth.
I don't want to know Elizabeth.
She's a prudish bitch in Pembroke Pines.
I don't deal with prudes.
That thinks I'm a disgusting old man.
Hey, Neil, can I suck up for a video?
Well, it's pretty weak material, but you got Slam Your Wang in my womb.
That works for me.
Okay, hold on. Okay, there you go. They're slamming it. Yeah, you know what I think? Yeah, let's just hold these up in front of this the whole day, okay? Yeah, well, right here like this. That's what we'll do. Joe says, oh, you can't do that. We won't have any video. Well, that's too bad. Just play the goddamn audio, you pussies. God almighty. Oh, jeez. Well, that's the end of those. Hey, if your videos arrive in somewhat tattered condition, blame somebody else. Hey, listen, we're doing the best we can, okay? We don't have room to fart in this joint, okay? I never realized, until today, I never realized it was goddamn Barzini all along, and this studio is so goddamn small. If you're going to have a little bit of a lunch, which I told George, no lunch, goddammit, no food. I told him, I begged him. And what does he do? He goes and orders me sausage and meatballs with cheese, with onions, delicious from Tony's, which is great, and I'm eating it. Should I have been eating it?
No.
Am I going to wind up croaking from this? There you go. Thanks, George. Well, see, George knows that next Monday he's going to be doing his little thing on here, so he figures if Monday goes well, how come why not Tuesday and Wednesday, etc.? And I hope they pay you in as timely a fashion as you're getting that bonus, too, by the way. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello?
You God.
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't know if Elizabeth will approve of this, but since you're talking about tucks and things like that. There's something else that might help. It's a toilet paper with actually aloe built into it. It does
delicious.
the job once you I brought it at lunchtime. But it takes care of the irritation. And George, is the tape rolling?
Tape's rolling.
There's no Eisens at Pep Boys.
Okay, pretty weak. We have an open line in Broward, 56705. Is the tape rolling, George? 5670560. And pound 560 on the 18. Everybody must have taken dumb pills over the weekend. Oh! All right, nice going, guys. They must have taken stupid. They're in a stupor right now, and why not? Because they probably all got investments, and they're seeing that the Dow's down 163 points. The Standard and Poor, underline the poor part, is down 29 big ones. And the Nasdaq is down almost 81 points, which is like 400. In other words, things are getting well, it's a little correction. Yeah, I got your correction right over here, okay? Deep inside my rectum. In fact, my bruise is starting to act up again just from watching these numbers. It's one thing to have a bruised rectum. It's another thing to have a bruised ego, but it's a much worse thing to have a goddamn bruised account. Oh, look at that. It's dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. I don't want you to get really nervous out there unless you feel like it. Let me tell you right now.
Right where you got it. Sports Radio 560 QAM.
What are we talking about Dade County and shit? Oh, I'm sorry.
For all of you who loved our pop-up wipes for babies, here's a new pop-up wipe just for adults.
Hey, ass wipe! You talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. What do you want? An ass wipe. You got one?
Sure, here you go. Hey, thanks. When you're on the go, you don't always have time to wipe thoroughly with toilet paper, if at all. That's when you use new ass wipes, the moist towelette in the convenient pop-up container.
Honey, you're squirming in your chair. You didn't wipe properly, did you?
Well, I was so darn busy today, I just didn't have the time.
Here, you need an ass wipe.
Do I ever?
Ass wipes are specially formulated to handle even the most stubborn fecal fiascos. And they're scented to give you that fresh, just wiped feeling.
Say, Bill, that ass wipe you lent me today was a real lifesaver.
I don't want it back, Bob.
Understood.
Good.
Yeah, I was pitching that new client, and I just couldn't stop digging and scratching.
Been there.
But that ass wipe left me clean as a whistle, and that minty fresh feeling gave me the confidence I needed to land the account.
Ass wipes, available in your grocer's things to wipe your butt with section.
Think Elizabeth's ever had a fecal fiasco? It's 12:43 at 560 WQM. Hank will be here from Shula Steak 2 at 2. We got Donnie B talking baseball from 6 to 6:30 because he works cheap. Then we got the Booksters 6:30 to 7 with a pregame show. And then it's Mark McGwire and the Cardinals and the Marlins 7:05 tonight. He might hit one. He might hit two. Let's hope something happens. We have an open line in Dade. This Dade County thing. Have all the banana people gone back yet?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, let's move back into Dade County and take it back over again. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. They just came out with a staggering announcement here on CNBC. All these, the old line about believing your own bullcrap? That's the problem with these people on there. They believe their own bullcrap, and they get all these guys in suits, these experts from Payne Weber and Shearson and Merrill Lynch, and they come on here and and they really believe it. They believe that these guys are really prognosticators of what the hell's going to happen. They don't know their ass from your elbow. And if they did, they wouldn't have time to be sitting there giving you a big song and a dance. They'd be in there like making millions every day. Which maybe they are. Maybe that's why they're giving us the bogus information. Who the hell knows? But they just came out with an announcement saying if you made any money in the market this year, you've just lost it. Wasn't that a nice announcement to make? Hey, let's hear it. Oh! So load up the gun, and it's been nice knowing you. We were overpopulated anyway, so let's cut the crap. The Dow's down 166. The Nasdaq's down about 80. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, or good afternoon.
Good evening to you, sir. It's later than you think, pal.
Sorry. I'm mad as hell with the market, but I'm glad I don't know Elizabeth.
See, there's always a silver cloud in the middle of even the dark, whatever it is, lining.
Really,
I
enjoy your TV show.
Yeah.
I'm a long-time listener and everything. This guy, Jeff Cohen at Pizza Loft, I'd like to thank you for turning me on to all the different restaurants, like going way back, like the Melting Pot.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long time ago. It was excellent up there. And closing up here, one horny listener in Fort Lauderdale. We'd like to have a straight video and a brown wrapper, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Neil.
Drain my hot hose dry.
That sounds good.
It's that firefighter video. Hang on. Okay. It's 12:45 at 5. Where do you think these came from anyway? Do we have any idea where these...
No.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, thank you very much to whoever sent these to us. But we can't thank you because we don't know who you are.
No.
Open line in Dade County again, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's North Miami. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Spain from North Miami. Listen, I got a request.
Yeah.
Not actually a question first, but why doesn't Whammy play enough of your bits on your shows?
Ask them. I don't know. I have no idea.
Never do. They, like the one you just had when you came back on the air.
Right.
They never play it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Why do they do any of the things that they do? Why do they preempt the show last night at 11 o'clock and they don't tell anybody about it? Why did they take the 9:30 show off on Friday and not bother telling us about it? They just do whatever the hell they want, and they figure everybody's going to find out by osmosis. It's the most unprofessional bunch of horse crap I've ever seen in my life. Because you got a couple of illegal alien Nazi bastards over there pretending to run a television station.
Yeah, they had on...
and Buddy Bud Paxton's going to run them right off the goddamn air with that all that syndicated crap that he's got.
It's a bunch of baloney.
I mean, I know he doesn't have Owl Loud, but he might actually make some money with that garbage.
True. Anyway, you have a video for me?
No. Okay, we have an open line at date. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Not for material that week, pal. Here's Sunrise. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Buenos tardes, sir.
Back to you.
Listen,
how do you like that last guy thinking he's going to suck a free video out of me for mumbling for about 30 seconds?
You got to come up with better material than that, buddy boy. Listen, I'm a Seminole, okay?
Yeah.
And if I put on WAMI to listen to you and Bobby Bowden came on, I would start rooting for the Gators.
Yeah.
I mean, when are these TV and radio programming people going to get it right? Pre-game shows, the interview shows, they're boring. They're ponderous.
Yeah, but they're making money off it.
I mean, like last week, I only get to listen to you on my lunch hour, and I tune in at 12:25, and I get to hear you for 5 minutes, and then I'm subject to Marlins pregame for a half hour?
Oh, yeah.
Neil, if there's anything on...
You don't understand. It's called, we don't care if anybody's listening or watching or not, but we got a lot of spots we got to jam in there, and especially here with the Marlins, they got to squeeze every dime. They're doing $1 a holler on the Marlin games now.
Yeah, but what I don't understand...
They can't give the spots away.
What I don't understand is that I can guarantee you, if there's anything getting lower ratings on QAM than the Marlins, it's the Marlins pregame. I mean, who the hell is listening to that? I mean, I'll
tell you what's even worse than that is talking baseball before the Marlins pregame with Donnie B and all the other 10-year-old kids that we put on the air on this station because we don't want to pay a real broadcaster to come in and do it.
Thank God I leave my office at 5:30 every day, so that way I get to listen to the last half hour of Hank. And as soon as I pull up to my house at 6 o'clock when you got the Bush League coming on, I'm out of there. Goodbye. No more. No more. Anyway, can I suck around for one of those videos?
Okay, what do we got here? Which one popped up next? How to spew your goo like a pro.
Oh, that's the President Clinton one, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it's a presidential one. Hang on. Very intellectual. In fact, there's Monica right over there. Look out, sweetheart.
Squirt.
She didn't duck in time. We have 2 open lines in Dade County. We're giving away great adult entertainment here. We're doing everything in our power to try to make it through the worst day of the year, August 31st, 1998. The market's in the crapper. The kids have gone back to school. It's a worse than usual Monday, as we knew. And we still can't get for love or money in Dade County. 567-0560 and pound 560 on the 18. These things should be lighting up like biorhythms on here, okay? If we had anybody listening to this program, I'm convinced now that all these ratings are fixed. I don't believe there's anybody in Dade County listening to this goddamn radio station. I don't believe it for a minute. In my lifetime, I've never seen. I mean, times we have crap to give away, and I understand that. Nobody wants it. I mean, most people out there got enough of their own crap. They don't want somebody else's crap. Yeah, right. But this is just astonishing. It's a fly-opening experience for me. Here's West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Socrates, first-time caller, long-time listener.
Yeah.
I had a question about baseball wires, like waiver wires. I was wondering, if you pick up somebody off the waiver...
Okay, we have 2 open lines in Dade County, 567-0560 and pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Orlando. Hello.
What the hell is that guy, a fantasy boy?
Yeah,
listen.
He's in the fantasy world.
That's right, we all are. Listen, Neil, talk about great programming. I watched the Panthers Weekly yesterday. Talk about a show. Your river looks good, man. And Brett Muller, Kurt Muller. What's the guy's name?
Kirk Muller, sir.
That old stiff. Anyway, what do you think about that 2-foot out rule now for the net?
Okay, we have an open line in Dade 1 in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT. I'm going to tell you when you know it's the worst day, and I predicted this. I told you, just like I predicted the market last Thursday, I told you this was going to be a day to end all days on this radio show today, and I was absolutely correct, sir. Say it.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Thank you. But they're so bad today that can't even dummy up material to get a goddamn video. That's how bad they are today. They can't even phony up. They have absolutely no material. Not bad material, no material. And you know who we can blame for it? Elizabeth in Pembroke Pines. She was the goddamn chigger in the woodpile today. Right out of the box when I read that goddamn letter from her, that turned everybody sour. In fact, the market started up at that point. The market's now down 164 points. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth, for turning the whole damn country into a sour mood.
I just can't stand that slut.
And I say amen to that. How do you like them apples, huh? Because she's got no sense of humor like most of the women in this town. Don't want to hear about my bruise or anything else. And how I'm a dirty old man with a potty mouth, and Jesus this, and who the F on. You know, she puts the F word in the letter, but I'm the one that's a potty mouth. I'm going to tell you something. I would wish horrible yeast infection on you, but I guarantee you that the yeast, being a living organism, wouldn't go anywhere near your disgusting, grotesque body. How do you like that, Elizabeth? That's right. Ever see a living organism? Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello?
Neil?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing okay, in spite of all of this chazarai.
I'm not sucking around for anything.
Good.
But what I'd really...
Let's have a talk show here today. Let's talk turkey.
Give me the name of the best porno video you've ever seen.
Like I know the names of them? How the hell do you know what the names are?
Well, I don't know.
After you've seen the first 50,000, who the hell knows?
But I mean, something that's really got a plot and a little...
I don't want to see a plot. Something that's got a plot?
I do.
Well, good. Go watch those Father Dowling mysteries on the PaxNet. Here's a guy that wants to see a movie with a plot. I don't want to see any movie that even attempts the plot. Get the clothes off, get in there, and do some stuff, and let's get ready to rock and roll, okay? He wants to see a movie with a plot. Oh, my God. How about Debbie? Debbie Does Deerfield Beach. How do you remember that? That was great.
No.
Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Neil. First-time caller, long-time listener. How are you?
Okay.
Listen, I've never seen a porno tape before, and I'm really ashamed to say it, but could you send me one?
No.
Okay, we have an open line and date, 5670560. She don't even do any foreplay, this bitch. She doesn't even pretend she wants to talk to me. She's never seen a porno video before. Could I send her one? The word is absolutely, positively...
No.
No chance. You got something for free there. I don't even really know what it is. In fact, if you showed it to me, I really wouldn't know what all those parts are. But could you send me one anyway? Because it's free. Like I said, the women, 90% of the women in this town, they should be put on a goddamn ship and sent and deported somewhere. Do we have, how many reasonable, honest-to-God women with a sense of humor, with some knowledge of life do we have in this goddamn town? Like maybe 8 or 9? That's about it? And don't tell me that Monique bitch over there at Whammy. Don't start giving me her as an example. I think she's the epitome of what's wrong with this goddamn town. They get her off the air yet? Except she's still on there in those damn mall spots. Oh, God. Is she hysterical or what?
No.
Is she a real comic?
No.
Is she nauseating? Man. Get her off the air now. It's like with Geldy. Does it take a genius to listen to that voice and figure out, here's a kid that doesn't belong on the air? Does it take a rocket scientist to figure that out?
No.
See, God is punishing me. I'm gagging on it. See that? God is punishing me right now for telling the truth, because God likes lies. He likes a lot of lies. Like I said, Geldy's the best. See? Like that. Opened up wide, and the throat, too. 12:55 at 5. I'm telling you right now, like I said, these people are radio people. Like my little dog is going to be performing open heart surgery at Mount Sinai at 3:30 this afternoon. That's what kind of broadcasters they are here at WQAM. Put a little squeaky, annoying punk's ass-sucking squeak on the air there. Oh, yeah, he's very knowledgeable. Yeah. I wonder what the real story is there. You know what I'm talking about? I come to work here. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I mind my own business. But that's the one story I'd like to get to the bottom of, is why is he really on the air here? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I'd like to see just exactly what the real story is, the story behind the story, how they keep that squeaky-voiced, little irritating suckhole on the air here on 560 WQAM. That's what I would like to know, and I'm not bluffing. 5 minutes till 1 at 5.
QAM, the Neil Neil Rogers Show, now on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, boy, it's the 1 to 2 hour.
It's what every little girl will be asking for.
The nanny doll. Shake the nanny doll and its head pops off.
Daddy, my nanny dolly's head popped off.
It's okay, honey. Just snap it back on.
Will you be my lawyer and play courtroom?
Sure, sweetie. And if you're extra nice, you'll get off for good behavior. The nanny doll, on sale now.
12:58 at 560 WQM. Hank from Shula's Steak 2 at 2. We got the ball game tonight, which nobody cares about the game. We just want to see Big Mac smack it, whack it, hit it, belt it. 500 feet, 565 feet, 600 feet. We have an open line in Broward, 5670560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. There's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, this is Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, my boyfriend is a big fan of yours. I mean, he comes home from work every day, and that's all he talks about while we're having dinner. He gets your CDs for Christmas.
Well,
and
thank God for him. Thank God for people with a sense of humor, good guys like him.
That's right. I'm telling you, if you could be his relative, he would pick you. I mean, if he got to pick his relatives. But anyway, he always wants to, give it to me up the butt. And I haven't given up yet. I mean, I haven't given it up yet. But this weekend, I thought for sure, that it was going to happen. When we went away for the weekend. First night we were there in the hotel, though, we went for a midnight swim, and the pool was closed. They had, yellow tape up around the pool as if there was a murder.
They had tape around it, yeah, and the pool,
right.
too?
So the pool and the hot tub were closed. The second night we were there, we thought we'd order the Pamela Lee and Tommy Between the Sheets video.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? When we tried to hook it up, the receptionist
The
tells us,
VCR wouldn't work.
I'm sorry, we're out of cable. So I think we're, pretty deserving of the hottest porno video that you have, just for his sake. What do you think? You can talk dirty to me.
Okay, we have an open line in Broward, 5670560. What? You think I was even paying any attention to that? That was pathetic. 5670560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. That was beyond pathetic, wasn't it? Wouldn't you agree? Wasn't that the above and beyond a call? Horrendous, grotesque. I want some people who have something, anything. I'm going to start reading this goddamn this weekly world news here again. Here's one, 12-inch long cigarettes. Look at that. Look at the size of those babies, huh? You think that big cigar we got is something? We got 12-inch jobs in here, and there's cigarettes, too. When the boss says go have a smoke, this new brand lets you stretch that break. You can go take a smoke for an hour and a half. Oh, I think I'll go have another one. Oh, time to go. Here you go. My church-going husband is a born-again sinner.
Oh!
How unusual that is, huh? Skydiver splattered like a bug on Jumbo Jet's windshield.
Oh!
Hillary Clinton to run for president in 2000.
Oh!
Turn your trash into cash.
Oh!
Space alien baby. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That looks kind of like KJ's baby. Look at that. Yeah, it looks just like K... Huh? Put some glasses on her. Looks just like... Didn't KJ's baby have glasses on? Had an awful big head. I mean, a gigantic head. Little teeny body. Wimps who can't handle Private Ryan movie make me sick.
Oh!
Workers being hypnotized by their computers, say experts.
Oh!
Toenail biting.
Oh!
New stress-related habit afflicts thousands of Americans. Look at that. She's double-jointed. Huh? She's biting it.
Oh!
And her toenails, too. Let's get the good stuff here, man. The 6 Secrets of Success by that faker Robert H. Schuller, famed TV evangelist.
Oi!
Tells you how to rip off the unsuspecting public without them even ever discovering it. And then we keep coming back to America's adultery epidemic. How to tell if your mate is cheating. Those disgusting stains, those nauseating stains in lipstick, etc., and so on. Warning signs your wife is cheating. She leaves children with babysitter more often than she used to. A woman who almost always took her child with her wherever she went might suddenly start leaving her baby with sitters, perhaps because she's planning to meet her lover somewhere, somehow. There's a big meet coming. Or she stops cooking dinner. She suddenly starts serving fast food, cold salads, or TV dinners for supper. She could be spending time with her lover instead of in the kitchen. Get an unexpected promotion or raise. If she suddenly gets a promotion or raise, it might be a reward from a boss that she's having a, there you go. Here's a promotion for you, sweetheart. Ring any bells around here? Ring any bells around any station that I've ever worked at? Uh-huh. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes,
First
sir.
time, long time.
All right.
I have a story that's probably going to turn off anyone who wants anal sex. Saturday night, my girlfriend and I ordered Chinese food.
Okay, that'll do it. Okay, we have an open line in Dade 1 and Bar. That MSG, man, it'll kill your rectum every time. Oh, geez, that's the, talk about being a burnout. The Dow is down 129 points, the Nasdaq's down 76. Not certainly, as they like to say, off their lows of the day. I love when they say that, you know. Oh, well, the Dow's down 1,000 points, but off the lows for the day. Oh, thank God. You're supposed to be, jump up and down and clap your hands together when you hear that. Off the lows for the day. I got your low right over here, mister. We have an open line in Broward, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. This is the day, like I said, the end of the summer, not officially on the calendar, but as far as we're concerned here. And, man, when I leave here at 2 o'clock, which is only 54 minutes away, but who's counting, I am going to kiss the ground. I'm going to get down like those damn Muslims do. Isn't the Muslims? Who does that? They get down and they kiss it. Maybe Clinton thought that Paula Joe was a Muslim, like Paula Abdul, huh? Hey, Paula, kiss it. He wasn't talking about that. Oh, he was? Here's Hollywood. Hello. Hollywood.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Okay, sir.
I don't get a chance to call you very often. Last week we were talking about jury duty. We had people with different ways of trying to get out of it. My question is this. When you receive notice of jury duty, it doesn't come certified mail or registered mail. So the question is,
you never got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Also,
in fact, if you live in my neighborhood, they'd believe you in 2 seconds. Just tell them you changed your address. In fact, the best thing to do is go rent a P.O. box and tell them you had put a forwarding thing and you never got it and there's no chance.
Also, one other thing. You never cease to amaze me. You mentioned Bedlos Island a few weeks ago. I don't think there's 2 people in 1,000 that would know what or where Bedlos Island is.
Well, that's because they're a bunch of whippersnappers. What do they know?
True. Also, can I suck around for a tape?
Oh, my God. Stuff my hot gaping holes?
Whatever you say.
Okay, hold on. He wants to stuff it. Okay, we have an open line, and no, we don't. God, this has been a day, man. I knew it. It's bad. It's like going to the dentist, and you know it's not going to be a fun experience, and you're sitting there in midstream. You already got all the Novocaine in there, but you still feel... He what?
He hung up.
What do you mean he hung up? I put him on hold.
I said, hello, name and address, click.
Well, see if that's him there now, okay, Mr. Hotshot? See if he called right back. Is that him? Okay, well, I apologize, sir, but I guess we'll have to close up those gaping holes for the moment. Sorry about that. Close them up. Thank you. Because I put him on hold and something we got disconnected or whatever the hell happened there. I don't know. He'll get by. He's probably got a big collection. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Uncle Neil, you vergachte nut.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Uncle Neil?
What's up?
Uncle Neil, as far as I
You say Uncle Neil one more time.
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
going to be the end of the call.
As far as I can gather, right, I'm a broadcast student.
You're a broadcast student?
Yeah,
Bad move, pal.
Well, I know. I'm pretty stupid. Except the fact that you're making like 6 figures 6 times over.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
What does that have in? But you can't watch your potty mouth, can you, pal? Guy was on there for less than 30 seconds, and he still let out a good one, huh? See, I think your broadcast days just came to a screeching halt, pal. You can press buttons, but you can't watch your potty mouth. And Elizabeth in Pembroke Pines is grossed out by what you said, even though she didn't hear you say it. She knows what word it was. It was, yeah. Shh. That's what it was. He blurted it right out. In fact, that's about the third shh we've had today right on the air. Market is making a little bit of a comeback. No, it's not. It's down 118 in the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, all you people with your tech stocks, I'm going to say it again. Somebody yesterday was hyping me. Oh, AOL, you got an AOL. It's down to 96 by I wouldn't even want to see what it is now. I bet you it's down to about $80 a share. See, what we're going to do, those of us who got like $10, you just sit and wait for all of this to be over in about 2 years. Remember Charlton Heston and the Omega Man? Yeah, arm yourself first, get a lot of canned goods. You sit around, you wait for it to, like, bottom out, and then when they're practically giving us stuff, oh, look at this, I got $50,000 over here. All right, now you're a millionaire. That's the way to do it. Cash, good, hard green. Not Canadian cash. Oh, and by the way, where's the article? That's what I forgot about. Here's the good news. This will make you feel better. Here you go. Hallelujah.
Oh.
Leave it to me. Leave it to...
I'm so new. Good.
Who cares? Leave it to me to come up with the good stuff on a day like this. Sunday business section, Sun Sentinel yesterday, right next to the picture of Buddy Bud Paxson, which will make you nauseous. But you want to feel a lot better real fast? Move your eyes to the left on that page under tourism, and it says, "We'll still visit, but not spend," Canadians say. And my question is, so what's new? We'll still visit, but will not spend, Canadians say, like that's a new deal?
Loan me $50.
Yeah. Dollars plunge, curbing many luxuries. With the Canadian dollar hitting record lows, Gabrielle and Francois Talon are planning how to stretch their crippled currency in South Florida this winter. The retired couple from Quebec will be browsing, not buying, when they take the bus to flea markets. And instead of fine dining, they foresee skillet dinners in their kitchenette. You know what they say about those French Canadians? Let them eat. But give up their annual 10-week Florida vacation just because the dollar's worth only under 64 cents today? No, cried Gabrielle on the phone from Canada. I hate the winter. The money isn't very good at this time, but our health is better than money. It says they offer the best scenario that South Florida can hope for this winter, a continuing flow of Canadians who opt only to cut back on spending or shorten their stays because of their weakened currency. But more likely, the Tri-County region will see a drop in arrivals from Canada, the largest single source of international visitors. Already, the number of Canadian tourists has dropped 9% in the first half of this year to Miami-Dade, the area's top destination. And just wait till the season comes and it drops another 25-30%. Oh, we may all be broke, but we'll be having such a goddamn good time. It'll be a Machaya without the frogs. So let them eat up there in Quebec, eh? Let them secede. In fact, most people in the rest of Canada are praying that they secede. It's 109 at 560. It's like me, okay? You got to be a maniac. You want to go and have a good time if you're going to plunge your brains out. That's right. At least get something of your money's worth. So head to